Speaker of Parliament, I've been Simana Kingsford Bagbin. Your Ladyship, Justice Gertrude Tokon, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, for the sake of time, please permit me to address the rest of us as ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. All of us who desire to have good name, you need to serve humanity. Now, the suggestion that I'm going to offer is this: live and work for the good of people. Live and work for the good of people. Maybe I should turn here and look at the face of my parliamentarians. You are making democracy too expensive. Yeah. The monetization of what we call democracy is dangerous. Soon, we are not going to have good leaders because we will need people who have cash. And it doesn't matter where they got the money from. They will win the constituency election. Now, this thing is dangerous. If we think that we cannot follow this American democracy, please, let us stop it. Let us design something that will help this nation. It is dangerous, and I'm even afraid of the future. I'm afraid of the future. How can you deceive people just by buying cutlass for them? And you pride yourself in it. What a shame. I pray that God will save this land. God will save this land. Because many of us are poor. Instead of investing into them, you deceive them with lanterns and cutlasses. May God have mercy upon us. See, when you do this, the day you are no longer the constituency leader, nobody cares about you. Now, we should all critically examine the cause we live for and the price we are willing to pay to achieve it. Now, why are you in politics? Why are you a pastor? Why are you a teacher? Why are you a lawyer? Why are you a chief? What is your motivation? Is it money? Is it power? Is it fame? I'll take my last test and then I'll call it a day. Esther chapter 10. I'll read verse 3.
Well, away a Pentecost penny. Na Pentecost chairman is a message to everyone, including your politicians. No, Labane, I hear about message. You see, the message goes to MPP. No, it goes to everybody. It goes to politicians. It goes to non-politicians. But politicians no more. But it goes to everyone. And there's a story of Abranti Ebia Obiaman Eduma or Coastal. We are almost 980, almost 1 billion or the journey. This message goes to everybody. Why are you looking for a job? To go and steal. And it more goes to politicians than any Pentecost chairman. Oh, full say, who's America for a democracy, democracy, and yet by force constitution, by the kind of politics no democracy are so expensive, too expensive. And too nisika awunyebi. And that is why consistent in Kofoya no more complaining about NDC and MPP because they have the money. Before obeying nationwide tour, Ghana no. Not just say would need about $10 million. I want to mean your president of Ghana. So would need $10 million. You cannot be president. It imagine our collection back will lose $10 million because our politics can encon some mo. Sikano mochi channel encon some ashegu another election $10 million ashegu another election $10 million. That's about $30 million. Na Ghana break that bang any ever cost why you say. How long are we going to do that? In the one-on-one any NDC we want to find out NDC vision. But most importantly, who's a registration exercise cost? So we want to talk to the NDC. What do they see? Registration exercise cost NDC comes. You see who NDC. Dear no more. Bema deputy director of a deputy communications officer for NDC. Akugan and any bear 101 want to find a mama vision na. Mama cast or complete new city. Mama city no bear way. Nkranza anasa na pram. Because free tama ye pong run about to cry a Ukraine traffic kitwa ubedim from pong echo do wenya. Bonko do wenya na pram keke traffic abedum be 4 hours. Busa Central University for. So we want to understand vision, no 24-hour economy. And yema nanado de first and Mahama deba. Because already was and kofo bebe kanano mo hana me de Professor Sariba no kase. O mampeni Akufo-Addo disappointing. So what is the alternative? So mampeni Akufo-Addo disappointing. What is the alternative? They say President Akufo-Addo de 8 years na so to ono ye jana semka. Bia be bia ye ja em say that bia be say President Akufo-Addo enyom na. And maybe they have one mama no ka yenti obi e say eboma President Akufo-Addo. Sa yenti obi ano. E was say the President Akufo-Addo, but and I make a President Akufo-Addo po only 8 years na so. Aka 6 months be no Okofie. Say we have an opportunity to change direction Ghana beko. Whether you better am NDC, whether you better am NPP, whether you better am a third force and a new force and I say Alanche Mantia Franto CPP PNC, we have an opportunity to change Ghana direction. But opportunity ni be jina Ghana for so. I don't know Pentecost openini kano. That won fa usi on kon kwaje bentwa. On kwaje 100 Ghana ni wi. Onza juso de no omuchiche wi ka ho. Won kon kwaje 200 Ghana plus wi. Asin of your to abewi ye primary si. One edo ho. One e create jobs ho. Nothing is going on. Enti we have branch ya na baba wa amuna mo do so Ghana voters amoye mnante 18 to 34 years mo do so na dwen wo da chen. Senior Pentecost penike dwen wo dache ho na ye kache nanado na no say omampani Akufo-Addo ye po na wo ye the bona fide sitting president of the Republic of Ghana wo na wo ye president NDC to ma wo wan to ama wo the ope wasem wo mpe ma wo na wo ti akonwa so you are the sitting president of this country nti omampani Akufo-Addo Ghana for kasa na wo ti ana wo nti. I think sometimes the no fellow Ghanaians at the time elect COVID no. I think sometimes I was so bad now so that people will know that you here. What's the uncle for canon? You understand their grievances, you understand their concerns. What sometimes you know bet me but do something. Can be been uncle for come and talk yem. So who say and Osmani Ram they say journalists are the problem. I disagree. Because I dream there will be a team Ghana journalist be a mechanical be as also I pay the breakfast and I the banku the fufu. I dream there will be a team youth to Abama Ghana no or me a 10 million journalists will do those in a room 18 to 34 or on a door so anybody in the registered voters a listen so and the journalists a problem and now also again that team how are you refusing to use your brain to work? Instead of Obeji Sika Wonkro for her to vote. The journalist can never be the problem. Journalists bet him here draw. Journalists can decide to twist the truth. But who knows the wouldn't say truth your truther. Obi Gina baby our twist will not affect the truth now with him. No. Semeno Tianum say a studio ya green. That's a journalist may bet now the catcher say studio ya a blacker. One now would see me wouldn't say if you're what metaframe a better cry, I wouldn't say a green background. Let your voice, let your conscience speak to you. Because everywhere in the world, journalists are for perfect. In fact, Bank of Ghana report about Bank of Ghana $5.7 million. How much? A journalist. A journalist. A Lazarine from Paul Manso say they will continue to take money and vote for the people. Vote the people in wicked people into power. It's true. Mika say Bank of Ghana $5.7 million. That's so much I'm already flying first class. Your ministers and politicians in now Koba, I'm fly first class. Koba journalists do those and the ministers of Ghana. Gracia, ye try ye chia be 35 years of Ghana in the Fourth Republic. Ye chia es Gracia over 30 years. How many years Gracia ye chia ma journalists? Journalists cannot be the problem. It is true, say journalists will be in Kanokre. But the fact that journalists in Kanokre, I make sure I say, it doesn't stop you from knowing the truth for yourself. It's even Christosum cry, yes, to me. Then I yes to count Bible. Also know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Yes, to Ankasa, let somebody, let your pastor know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Yes, to Ankasa, let your Osofumame know the truth. Let your prophet know the truth. You yourself know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Who truth in saying? What is the state of Ghana? Okay, the truth, no cranny here, Juma. And can we hear so bad the Bentwa will be what? And can we hear so bad 100 Ghana, 200 Ghana plus a UE and San Wakoto? Wouldn't him say NDC kind of crap? It was so Toma NDC without any question. Wouldn't him say MPP Baomia kind of crap? Toma Baomia because of vision or Bebuao, not because of Mausikama or we. You are voting on your conscience. The question is, Mona Moya youth and Mona Modos or Ghana. Do not say Namoto about based on your conscience. Do not say Namoto about based on your conscience. Obia Siani MP on a boy may sky and two. Me say the Pentecost of Penin Cano, it go reach everybody. Ya be brache pa. The way I be BNL your politicians, you starting video near Bono, say oh, this one goes to MPP. It goes to everybody. It goes to the politicians. It goes to everyone. Because in Pandora, there's a demand for the money. Politicians will continue to steal and pay you. Onim so ba, mano. This is what chiao. Shawa ukromu MP. When was the last time ukromu MP ba so be chiao keka? Oh yes, oh ana be beto ama. Oh cause ana bo mayehe. Ana bo mayehe. My bibi onyasa yentu. We have made monetization and our money part of your democracy. So they will continue to steal and pay us. Oh, we are 1 billion. No, I brought 100 Ghana. No, they are boss one. Oh, we are 1 billion. No, I brought 100 Ghana. No, they are condom near the account. A browning cat. This is it. It's a recurrent problem. Every election after election, I see this all the time. And Ghana youth, Ghana voters, that we are complaining. And the politicians feel entitled because on himself for your vote into on him. So be complaining. And that is why every time be able complaining, politicians because they're asking themselves, I don't complaining. See a mamuskani be. No, I have got a fear, be no, they are kata money. So make us say ensure better. And then me one article from 1972. Flooding Siwakra today, flooding BSC. Since you started. Flooding Bessie, in fact, over the last month, flooding a Sibaya 3 times. Kaswa, a West so small, a whole flooding, I must say, all crap flooding. Every year it will happen because Ginaso near to about for the right reasons. They say what they all say. Say, Chadao, say, Alan Chamantio, men Kodisika on vote on your principles and conscience. Say, Allah Wadjem Papa, Baomia Wadjem Papa, Mahama Wadjem Papa, on Jacapre one ho. The person will feel the compulsion, the need, so the Bayer Juma. The only place I be bringing Nanado what problems. You see, Nanado bets na kunyas, and of course, Nanado nane time was so. Baomiade or your son or can bow your mate. A friend on one casa penny driver Eddie, and no, the oh yeah, then cry. You can't change the fact that Baomia all this while he has been a mate. It's a friend on one casa penny there. But you see, Nanado 8 years and Bessono. Before Nanado best 8 years or Shaya Bobby. 7 January, no Independence Square. And Okache said he will protect the public purse. Emmanuel Abuaji, good evening. Also, will share what Texas Dallas. Thank you so much. Also, obebo public purse. And then I'm in a brabako kasama say, hey, Nanado, I'll protect the public purse in Ponier. Now, so one castle be protected public purse crank and Kasamaba. Nano me bebra penny something lad I any case me say. Oh, my penny Nanado to scam out the bray tran waste and what it. And the man penny nanado, the kumi preko nanado, I no Saudi, no nonsense nanado, no better wire nanado, one pen quasiasem nanado. Just a nanado quite and this gasem copan and him saying, this is the nanado. It may me say, what's na mere pictures me, the nanado we ordered versus the nanado we got. Nanado near order, we ordered nanado online. A buyer and no mama a product of floor. Because seriously, Nanado na ye nimu no. I mean, I'm your school ni na minimum nanado. This is not the President Kufuado. And the President Kufuado ama Baumia Juma ya day. Baumia campaign ya all ya against Mahama. Kwani Mahama ni nanka mu clean slate o. And anko bia ya Juma. But I am biama Baumia against Mahama. Because Ghana wants a referee as M20 8 years on. And some people vote kafa Mahama who you know be a referee. Obia forget it. But you see, Baumia and they are fresh in everybody's memory. If you bring Baumia the call round, so back Sambia, a beton comfort come as said this week, but or say, obey E-gate, a friend saying airport, obey E-way, or E-way, or these are all ideas, and go because obey a bonnet. But now, Baumia promises non comfort attaches skepticism to Baumia promises. Why? Baumia bon you, and I don't see. Nana do ama Baumia Juma ye ding. Why ye na Juma ye dian kasang. What ma Baumia Juma ye ding? Because in campaign ya ma Baumia and Nana do ala money beautiful campaign. For the first time in Ghana elections, Lisa Obeti Samahama, and Baumia Obi attend the Obi did you Obiata and also be Obi no. The two of them are giving us promises. Even saying in our say they are being forced to think outside the box, and they are promising things. Their mama better say 24 hours. Any affairs no, and can mama better 24 hours be. It can also be throw jobs at MPP. But mama okay, new ideas. And yet possible mpokra. Which they say mama team no so drink. They are thinking about new things. If they bring on board a bit abeboa. Say 24 hours in my to me and yempo. Not say 12-hour system na you walk around to me shemokina. Na you flawless 12 hours to cry. I will say my mama has delivered. Baumia digitization ya waya kakra ko ma start ya mo de Ghana card ya be. Say Baumia to me and e-gate ni other things no can. Not even the digitization no come aye no. Omo extending into all the other sectors. At the NHIS card ne be kan Ghana card ho. At the be kan electoral commission dey mo yenya one systematic card. Said the Abrochobia or a license near Adia. I will say that Baumia has delivered. So Baumia to me jobs in the Broche, California, no idea. At the background, and my boys here, no more Sakawa, cybercrime, and no not internet. So jobs from home, working from home. I will say Baumia has delivered. It shows you for the first time this election, Nipa the politicians. Because I know one day penny buy. It will take a while before we change it. I just say change your constitution. But until then, at least you can see say baby. They are thinking, they are changing things. NDC are some Mahama kind. See here policy direction. It shows you some Mahama in the team doing. In fact, under President Mahama, NDPC 40-year development plan. 40 years. It is an kasa plan no. It's in MPP teach you the year juma ki party manifesto. Because every party manifesto must sync with development plan no. Sana America for you no, sana UK for you no, sana Germany for you no. Who to me call Germany? Because some development plan no my no. They have done the development plan based on their history. Because Germany for himself once upon a time Hitler bet now man so. Emo say okunkum nkofo bia no for some de blue-blooded German for. It's armed with that history. Germany for I say a free brand corner. All the history, all policy, it's a policy of inclusion. Germany, including Africa for our they will all be part of national policy and national discourse. In German Parliament, Bundestag, na Ghana for her. German Parliament, Bundestag, na Ethiopia for her. They believe in all inclusiveness. Of Stephen, I see you. Appreciate you more for Of Stephen. Saluting live from London. Papa. They have developed an all-inclusive system. Yeah, winner takes all. And the only thing all-inclusive is Gracia. You got to cast my ministers. You got to chase Kenny. And say, now me see now Monday, me can say I'm repeating it again. TUC, your biggest disappointment. You are letting workers down. Ghana Trade Union Congress. If you don't come out and do something better, me fire Musato that kingdom come. Muti TUC for Trade Union Congress. Mona workers so Ghana. Your job is to look out for Ghana workers. TUC for the snake board so. Snake for the Ghana for sika pension sika. Sika over bread. Just say, snake for you. I'm not na brocheda. Eh, pana mo kotna broche wo UK and na America na muhu say what can no chase or no go chase in snake. What can be a fan be automatic? The person must be paying snake. How many times now the snake I buy politics na mu chase kedi snake to form penny force or first class shoe no call London or to me call London and pay we are no Ghana. Senate for penny for to make Cotana London loom tea, and we are not a Ghana. Or to New York, we are an opana to Ghana. Senate for penny for global trotting with Ghana workers. Nina Monka. Senate for and more use for a more Senate board. So, my dean because most of one could be in a motor flight. It's sad. Who is protecting Ghana? Who is protecting Ghana workers? Now, ye Senate in Pony. Ye Senate in Ponyo. Ye Benjamin Abuachi or see Accra, half of Accra the doom so. Sa say, Montra picture no coach eslo usu. Mon coach eslo usu. Why? Say half of Accra the doom so. Mr. Mahama time, ye can doom so, and then a buy and your light off. Nobody will change the formula of doom so for us. Ye Jimmy is Mahama time a doom so, and that's why a doom so, and your light off a doom so. Nobody will change it. Your politicians think must stop this winner takes all. No. Mombra together, na mo shed dear mobeya. Moba Bramo Mana Con anymore in a Pentecost of Necano. We cannot continue like that. The beer journalists for no cry. We are talking. Ghana for no cry, your voters no more me one can say. Because they are so gullible, said. Ne party the obekani here no chain. The Bank of Ghana for 5.7 million. Any plane ticket, first class go up and down. Ghana vote and you know. Or send a message they did at them. And on a man. Hey. Every time Bank of Ghana board now almost say Sikasa had the Kotor gold watch as part of their end of year bonus. Yet to gold watch momo. Gold watch momo. How? Just a Ghana yafo. Ghana yet to say you can revelation scriptures or describing the system of this world, not to say or a jata kesia niti 7. How baby tin so Obama book. That is how Ghana has become. Ghana has become like a toothless jata. Obia yes can be nodi. Obia yes and na NDC time. Bank ben pon na almost omo de ma Ibrahim no. NPP for screamed blood. And Obia send message if you are NDC woman. Me no Obia woman. Na me we. Na ga say me for sa. My son dey rough. Ataba for ba my son dey rough. It's sad. NDC time. Bank, merchant bank was a car bank, merchant bank, I think. Almost move tongue and Ibrahim Mama and then call for years or better. A lot of people scream, there be Ibrahim Mama. Eston cubic. NDC free power and a present mama. A process because the process was already ongoing. But a process, no Mahama time, as soon almost time here, and a Mahama demand in Ibrahim. He Ibrahim now, Eston cubic, and Ibrahim was only representing Eston cubic. NPP for giant, and Yadima Ibrahim. And Ibrahim Kwana is skinny. And then NPP for more tontons, I say, and Mamon Kwamo. Atimota Forest, I say, me a Vianeka. Yet Yanmo, I know be a will, a buyer. Atimota Forest. Make us a bratama, Sakumono. Ramsar site, a year Ramsar site, UN, quite designated Sakumono. Lagoon, no say a Ramsar site and no man. Special a type of a noma, almost fly from a brochure no ma baby dinner, a Ramsar site or Sakumono. It's one of the few Ramsar sites or Ghana, yet Tonton Ramsar site. A brony bay. And Siono crow, Yanko boy, ye cry ye tongue. Ya bro, ya bre. Benjamin Boat is here, Yaboka, bro, and part me bre. A useless ranting, bra. Me cry my bread, you man come a pejay. It's sad. Because Ghana for now will come on when I said me won't make me see Bank of Ghana for a political appointment. NDC by NDC appointed. MPP by MPP now appointed Bank of Ghana. No more the Omaka Cotton. They are chasing Kayame 5.7 million. What the first class? What the first class? A Biana Senate for day. And come most net, most of them Tom hotel. And workers near Yesika and a warm hole. Yet the Ghana workers. Yesika na moja snit moon pam. Snit moon pam moon produce snit the entire snit workforce. Moon produce snit. You do not produce anything. Yeah, workers, your salary kakaka kana motiti bino. It take a month snit for my human say you will protect Ghana workers from 24/7 moon protect Ghana workers. What can a jumera entry a crank snake? Me say, I would will curse snake for forever. More snake for. I wouldn't. If our cursing you say he will curse. He has already cursed you people. I would. CPP, former presidential candidate Agude, wa kese mo snake for. Mo ko cheap pay me yede ne ko tumu so on tua snake. And then when kesna ye tua snake mama no mo ton ye da padi snake. You don't even tell us. You don't consult us. You don't tell us. You don't consult us. Feels before more snake board so you don't tell anything. You don't tell us anything. Yes, sorry no pa yes maton. How? Now what is sorry from my chico si anajo. Who drive it up and down? Who kwasi e wo ogbo yakagbele? Yake wo noko. You see, any a snake, you don't tell us anything. Now can you go point to Yamuka? How can you institutions? Obama say institutions should work. It's not that institution was more than Obio. You Obama no ninyansa nche Morgan and Penifon. You all know what Obama was saying, but a bronti more institutions in Yeduma. Because the moment the institutions work, it's just a more benefit no and you will not let it work. And Ghana for you need that one we can critique you people no. More yes you need now. More yes you need now. It's the first thing you do. They say Mobama Ghana for bribe 100 Ghana 200 Ghana. Yeah, pay we be account. Yeah, pay docron a petty bottle back be account. Now mo dia way to call. Ye di you docron you need a boa near that. Yeah, forget it. We must ask about our taxes. Now forget it. Ghana for no. I am mother at in the air no. And then college school the question is 5 years from today, you might be on bay. And a Ghana boy could not airport so more park into it. Who could took our coin? Who could took on coin? Baby, I know it. Approaching a mopa and approaching better people work. There's a reason why I much sabroche system no. I don't know much should be. Yenim say a third world country to me yenina. But at least you can do something and build on it. Why? Why? Every day, Bia Ghana. Say a boy sing now, Obushi we pet and one okada. And we will treat them because a tree crown dream was or tree for good home because a may be any hope. And that is why me I had a problem when my Hamaka said, Obaba Okada, a year first say free Obaba legalize Okada. This is killing people. Okada is killing people. How are you going to make it illegal? You question a Ghana Road Safety Commission for reporter. Any MTTD report, Ghana Police Service. The number one casualty, Okada. It is killing people every day. Miankasa many enya motorway, enya achimota. So many occasions, but could be the office anymore UTV. A bobra no my no. Esama sorting if it's better from pain. And a kuno. That was the first time in Nipa Fili Gadochi or Popoposa. That's it. It's sad. I was see a social long-term solution. Sana Dubai for a sana Singapore for a and yet short term. And yet they legalizing and then Kobe and Chafan Kodi. Long-term solution. See a paper factory BS Wantina. May one be one FMP for I think it's a very fantastic policy. But the politics of it in an media. Why are you even doing politics with this? More Kojibusia by the sea factory Amagana. This should be something that a mind idea. Because me and woman what I may growing up, my big brothers, my uncles, the most of them were working in factories. From Super Pepper, Unilever, Sanyo, GTP, TTL, Ferro Fabrics, Tamar Refinery, Valco. The workers every day who won't bra, I will fear. Hardly say obe bra, if you be one man a weekend, will be off day. Hardly. This is the kind of system we want. Abrocho me who some comfort and amabontio. I just a donkeys no and that's obi only here. Obi na amabont. Everybody is going to work. The okwa humache kwa humache wakon tu waba. The okwa ewia. The okwa anado. The oya Amazon delivery. The oya McDonald's. Everybody will be in the Sony and the chef. That is how you must fix the economy. Fix it mano. What they are done is entiche okada ni enkunkum kofo. Obi suba I say as he creative jobs NYEP ni ashada the party boys akogum. Yeah, the party boys akogum. These are not sustainable jobs. But sustainable jobs a factory. Ah, nipa ni ye juma odi ase botumi kra no. Wo man 3,000 Ghana cedi 4,000, 5,000 ko the TNT free man. Because the good thing about me pushing for factories they say, ya what am I factory for the nyina buses. Unilever for all bus. Ferro Fabrics for all bus, Valco or bus. Obia or bus of workers. Inti nya dia wo ko to TNT. Inti work no so nya be 3,000 and 5,000, 5,000 and one tax e beti no. Dia ka ni nyina yo no worker no. Need at least so the 1,000 crab or something or the 2,000 bet me to. Why can't we do this? Why can't we fix this for Ghana? Now, boy, beer, what's to beer? Where the bear 2025? At least our girl be chronic girl now walk out, obeti me ato, coco aman, obeti me cry the girl ne pie, a quarter franc. It's the way we are going, it's not good though. And not a Pentecost of Onekano. So politicians, it's Mutier. Obisi your topic near suspect. No, and then this if one year, NDC year 101, or Mumbai, Akugan and Mai, Intia. It's your topic be a suspect. Would you forget the topic and listen to the message? Listen to the message. Ghana or minor. Because you see, it's only on Maya. Ye Jumanya, and you be do election, or be called Chisikan at the one for. It's only on Maya a Jumani. Abroche me cover elections or America near other places near. They don't have your time. They ain't doing that. Because 1 hour, yeah, man, about $12. And okay, Juma ye cheap cry. On Juma shop, but you just penny near the TJ Maxx and I say, yeah, a Target and a Macy's and I say, or Mommy McDonald's, or just $15 an hour. On 1 hour, $15. 1 hour, or London, or £18 an hour. Okay, what Jimmy? 18 pounds, one guy 18 pounds an hour. No one or police station. They're not a fool. On Jimmy, but yeah, say your system no. Yeah, mau 18 pounds an hour nibi. Yeah, you bet Jimmy one near 100 Ghana near we. Yeah, be 100 Ghana near we. I have received him, lady. Your former President Rawlings came and cancelled all these workers' benefits and end of service benefit, but Rawlings didn't cancel Extractive. It was true. Well, Extractive, he put it in the constitution for ministers. That is true. President Rawlings first, not Ghana workers in Extractive. End of service benefits. You kofia, you calculate, but so maybe a year be our year, Jumano. I think 4 months out of every year. It is only 2,000 Ghana. 2,000 times 4 months. Times the number of years Saudi Arabia Juma, the amount. That was end of service benefit. Rawlings in a betrayal. You see, this is the reason why I ain't say history, no. Go be person paint to be Rawlings or angel. Rawlings, they're not another fan. Say Papa boom, go one, go back boom. That could be a good year. But Rawlings was not entirely an angel. Yeah, this thing, we angels are. Because Rawlings, the good things or any bad things now. Not just say, we show history, no bad things, they had also say good things, no. Because 18 years, Papa Boom. Not Papa Boom, but he make change foundations no, of Ghana. Close to the Dubai for any Singapore for one. But Osronti, or person also tonight to say, na cool for no person to no near identity. We see what are cool? You are always afraid of your shadow. When you have the 2 are buying for gupe, the Biaus Nti Sika or the buyer factory, no, there be what is Sika to your protection? That's what happened to Rawlings. He was more of somebody who was investing in arms to protect his security rather than investing in education, rather than investing in Ghana, rather than investing in factories. The result was that factories are Rawlings and Kasankroma or the better year from Nkroma and factories in the Gui. And he had diversity implementation committee no more on the Kenya because the factories were not doing well. Of course, he also didn't have money out there because he can't now, they need not arms. You can confess to person mutuno. Go ya throw ya. Thief man. So you can't tip government and somebody to go tip you. Meboa. Inti tip man. Obi tilimati akonya so na be tip akonya no. So he to go tip you. Obi so be tip you. And it's true to Rawlings akonya so there were so many attempts. Some be ku etiaro. So many attempts. Jiwa jailbreak. Jiwa ne nkrofo koye jail. Ekoye so mu be ku. Mu breaking sawom. Ekoyi prisoners once sawom nyina to come and fight against Rawlings. It's dealing with all these things. So Rawlings didn't have the peace of mind. So basic factory. Also to protect himself. Ghana no, ya say it's just sad. It's just sad. We cannot go like this. And it is time I also youth no, mo sorry. Not just mo best sorry akojina say kana mo ye ni abre no. Mo sorry in mind. And about Malika no, emancipation from mental slavery. Sorry in mind. Sorry in wisdom. Sorry in knowledge. Jina pinting in knowledge. Enjoy Jimmy no. Cause udi we na udi sika what Jimmy cha obi a wa asase so. Udi we na what sika eh. Udi we what sika di t-shirt. Me wa nipa no what say we see airport hills bear 5. What they buy contract by 20. Also, so we got a cry a mouby. Now, also, as like a 5G network, no. See, internet in it. Into one more contract for 5G. 5G, no cry, no. Yeah, the company, you register company 1 week, pay your time 5G contract, a company. Company, no, is just 1 week old. And I mean, Esla number Busano question. Say, Esla. It's a NDC. And and Esla and Tunkasa. Sometimes I didn't go on my own. And make an one Casamo about me, do my heading. And about me, campaign about me and Mahamaye, and Cabaya a first equal so. I can boot for boot campaign, fire for fire campaign. But Mama about me, I need to say drive animate campaign or more. De be about me, I couldn't nimba, Mama Rabanechi. Most scandals no Dawson. More they undermine about me every day. Every day, more they undermine about me. Say, me, some mama for say 8 years, one person boko be. It's one person about me, and so we need to more sign a more sign a campaign. Oh, the NDC, when I catch on no research, no. NDC, they're comfortable lead. We need the NSC don't catch a and say 50+1 area. And not just anything at all, 50+1. But NDC is in a comfortable lead because mama about me to my head day. Many I didn't decide to say he's not going to respond to them certain things. It's that. Every day. You cannot keep your own team in check. Your own team want to be in check. And they are cotton way, or China your cotton way. And can send a lab band than another. And can has no much roll. I know they won't show be a crowd, your funny panic dinner court. Funny panic dinner court. Now you should say the law would deal with the pet and son what yes, NDC class NDC. Bonnie NDC I almost come to answer. It is a say among NDC or say NDC backers and you are dealing with them rationally. It's sad. NDC doesn't know so because you are dealing with them rationally. I receive him lady is not true. This so-called special purpose vehicle and what's it name? This is called special purpose vehicles and includes highly recognized international 5G companies. International 5G companies, which is a company that do 1 week, they man contract. NDC buy a suba. I saw photon. Omo contract. Then I'm more MPP mo kan. 1 week old. NDC time. Omo contract suba. I saw photon. Ne one contract. You never find out many. I saw photon. No many. Suba contract. No more a first. I don't see the same Ministry of Communication. Or a transaction, monitor of transactions, so that all the telcos will pay the exact tax component on the exact calls. Any data transaction they go through the network. So on make sure exactly because first now telcos now the back catch so you cost 10,000. The 10,000 no tax they bet you. And the government super for sign a contract as a third party say they should monitor the telecom space. No one can say for independent transaction report. They are not make say the whole month empty and all your cost need data transaction there 1 million. And what for all your data cost the transaction there 1 million now 1 million no tax and I'm with you. NPP for by mu change contract they come tell the GVG. Now mo dey am about 1 week old company. There be on patrol every MPP need it. But is this even wise for you? Money go on when you. Papa, don't change white and black. NDC, MPP, so we have to say it. Don't change Adebi. Adebo, I mean, excess today. Let things be transparent. Then you may fine. It would have cleaner. Nobody will question. Airport today, I'm on the contract. Come as a company, Nigerian company. It wasn't transparent. Adebi, on my mount tomo namonye. Don't make things say and yet transparent. Then be at Zabian Trey. Ghana and there's a reason why you democracy nearby. Because President Rollins war on the time. No more slogans be no more of course. NDC and Kataka they don't live by the slogans. And then Rollins once upon a time, June 4th say yeah, Rollins be a boom so my time. Or see NDC Iraqan poverty, accountability, social justice. Or see on one Rollins before they will no crack us on one party NDC no on my Iraqan from these three principles. Poverty, accountability, and social justice. The same thing, all the by MPP, they've also failed. Poverty, accountability, social justice. But another crowd, they also have a share about say, you shall protect the public purse. Public purse, they say Ghana public debt, and I mean, contract are more sign. How transparent are they? Sireyemu. Send an anka your fellow Ghanaians, no why your fellow Ghanaians. Usi yesika say na wo. Ahin say na aka. Stay near the say. Stay near the say. Stay near the say. Make it known. Send to form some Tom shares. More hotels in are doing well. Into hotel no snake to phone because snake to hotel. I mean, any problem. Me prefer Honorable by the champion better hotel no. Dancing at better hotels. Ediama China for. Now, broni. No, we are this economical because it's exactly the problem we are facing in the mining and extractive industry. Yeah, oil and gas abroad for the mining sector abroad for the 90%. And it's a slate to send a Japan on point to me manage or to be private investors. No, they might Ghana near. I don't have any problem. And to say the Eston Cubic, Ghana for a box site. I see a fan from a broni. Because first Ghana ye mining a box site. And the van for we here box site aluminium crack box site from Jamaica. It didn't make sense. And the you who say our box site deposit you see a betuano. Sure they ma Eston Cubic. Na Ibrahim na me wa Eston Cubic require another company. Just Ibrahim na now manage money or Ghana. I didn't have any problem because Ibrahim onya one CDR. Omo did one in seminar Ghana for. I didn't have any problem. Ebekwa abonte de embra Ghana ni ho akukọ da akon ya ne factory ya enya Rollins time no time kwabla da akon ani a enkende nka akukọ da akon ko chain of McDonald's kwabla da akukọ da akon enka by now ko so chain of McDonald's factories in addition to the poultry farm no yen enka na ya nkokra akukọ force emre Ghana for addition ye re akukọ force trophy force our bronier freezy trophy no over 20 years and on a Ghana for it. I don't have any problem. Say Ghana need better hotels. But let's be transparent. Memunda clean. No, be able to say, dear, never actually being also the tongue hotels. Hotels don't make you profit, and they make you profit. Okay, Nipa do not send almost on better hotels. Other brand a champ open as better. And I say Nipa 20 next year better. Nipa 20 in Yamia check your beer books. Ya check your beer books will be our Sikana. Where take a semi saying, where take a semi saying, Yako competitive bidding. Moko competitive bidding ni wia wan na sefata no na ye de amano na no kra no obetimi aye say okay Smith we are not too sure of adwuma no into the onim yamma hotels mienu mo ye hotel no na mo ye ni yi na ye de aka na fan kam ho be transparent sa na ye expect Smith for enye say mo sorry am to first class play mo na mo koba ko London ba na mo chiche Ghana for are you serious Smith for? Are you serious? Me for say a branch so say Ghana workers say you snake in ye baako ni you sue snake. We must sue snake. We must sue snake for breach of duty, breach of fiduciary duty, breach of corporate governance rules. We should sue them. Sue all of them. I make the problem see at the Bama Ghana ni. Honorable by the chapel hotel here was Ghana for one form. On file Bronibia or Ghana for the gum no muyajuma. Into a Didia, Sikano or Ghana. And yet China for the fair gold, I know the cop. Dubai for the fair gold, I know the cop. And then do honorable by the chapel one hand go on your better hotel and I support it 100%. But slate to phone by the chapel you be echo. Most slate to phone Amodiaka. More yet net contribution, mama. His duty is not towards us. More duty to us. Because more state of money and more fiduciary relationship. You all have the duty of care to protect your tikana and that one. So that 20 years to come, 10 years to come, you have a pension, you see about work. So are you taking proper, prudent investment decisions? That's the question I need to pose to you. I'm more sorry, I'm more mad. Now, more enjoy to say the Bank of Ghana 5.7 million. More the first class, and more Kobana, more this Ghana. More Kobana, more 7. You don't care about Ghana workers. You don't care about Ghana workers. But madam, I made 40 years as a teacher. 40 years as a teacher. All pension is called the man. Senator for one man and papa 20,000. Madam for this woman for 40 years as a teacher. Now, already Okada now there. Would you be the TV so now happy for fans now be as something can a serious issue. A serious issue near can want them. This is not a joking matter. The only teacher new crowd what you are no 40 years our year Juma. Come I mean also a debate 20 years and son or satisfy year Juma. Why year Juma sum Ghana over 40 years. or co pension senate for the pension sika lamsam no 20,000 200 million 20,000 now what would you okada win senate we be all the entire boys are gonna bokro no cause system no why just say the money be prudent na bwanko for my member Pentecost papa medium Patrick Ayim says if you have you talked about the 30-year Temaport contract Mahama gave to his French friend na make us say adia no Ghana enye nadamfo my papa ndia na nadamfo atunim PS for na omo better onim say me Temagate I know everything about the Temaport deal so terminal 3 na what Temaport no is the biggest offense terminal papa no onye Mahama adamfo in fact yama under President Kufuor ye key 2 terminal 2 your friend key 2 Temaport what the man for and again see this is the politics I talked about because under President Kufuor's key 2 expansion project NDC for bash President Kufuor's had so ebony meanwhile this mobile no na mo so be key 3 you see what Jimmy politicians Jimmy mo na mo be Jimmy we because they need that we know all these numbers we know the figures we know the truth behind it. Under President Kufuor, yeah, expansion project, not Ghana government in Niska. It is the same people you be Ghana, any foreigners been yeah, key 2 near be a Temaport no more, key 2 said about Satam and Anibet big vessels. President Kufuor time. The general know what Temaport, your friend Benofusum said. I'm not criticizing it, I cannot say, no, Kufuor can find what I say. Meanwhile, this is a man who was a maritime expert. How what port industry no more, yeah, like you mother. As to politics inti yan can go President Kufuor ni mase me wa NDC ba na mo so ma ye first terminal 3 akofa broni e ama broni so o meye ya ma no contract 25 years build operate and transfer it 25 years terminal 3 na what Temaport any port nko na terminal 3 o Temaport so your terminal 3 e won na beach I call abrem ye kodi agro ho ye kodi agro na ye di ni nyina ma e ho de afemum udu on de on say yeah what do boarding port cranes cry this one yama ho no e mafia cranes akaka won abe giant cranes ye de ma broni MPS build operate and transfer me wan ya se nipa na ye de ma no or the sika no or the ono ni sika na buy o broni ni ye de contract ma ono so international finance organization IFC and according to Bosian on the question I always ask politicians say I didn't one kasa unkwaje Bosian nkoye o terminal 3 I didn't one kasa unkwaje Bosian na unya na wo operate but aburo nti any 10% de bia ye kwhye broni echi ni akwaji sika no wo man contract amano sovereign guarantee ebi na Rollins time omo de quality grain no abayime rice what we say from Rollins time beti na abayime rice nye yeda kese da so abayime rice contractor yanka se betimi akwaji sika na ye no America ni buy no oh mo de amoma me Ghana sovereign guarantee na me kwaji sika baby kwaji sika no so Ghana government wo kwa betimi akwaji sika no bi da bi ene ye de contract man no na ya je 10% to actually no akofa no akwaji quality grain besi nde she quality grain she abayime rice factory ka by now we should have a whole full blown huge factory anka Ghana ni see a crack a moba enne Lebanese for ni Syria for omo no mo kire de obedi president of Ghana because a more ye din Ghana nyina wo so ya wudi a chape Lebanese for ni Syria for na kofa ba Lebanese for mo the whole ship na mo dru Temaport the whole day the whole night obi anko adwuma boys yi odwuma overtime na ye twe mo ni nyina Lebanese for enti na make us me honorable Brian Champo movie I support it sa Ghana ni better hotel there yeah chance here the be come because that hotel just need it to ya am not Brian Champo and I am farm seconds me put the media is out there this hotel so me am farm honorable Brian Champo kwa mu fe bi ma Brian Champo mu fe bi ma seconds mu fe bi ma other hotels no mu fe Continental Hotel mu fe bi ma different hotels Ghana 4 hotels no mu nyina mo manage sikana ntra Ghana ha ni am farm building Ghana economy and sade o explain for your kata no manya we be one of China for they will sell the hotels to Chinese people they will sell the hotel to Dubai for ye be one of hotels na for the hotel no sika NM Dubai yet Ghana and so ye sika ye japade abrofo na determine mayen ye oil nyina abrofo na determine mayen ye gold abrofo na determine mayen are we sick and I know the last 2020 results by import ye niama ye kra 2.6 billion by close of 2022 2.6 and you see this so $2.6 billion near the crown near my buy chewing gum engo angwa sardine tinapa emu garlic near my craba no Lebanese upon a class and your manaba. They have the biggest vessels at Waterma Port. Me so dear bra committee come to three temna train a honor or come to three. Come and see Chinese Lebanese for the Syria for and the control Ghana economy. See a tongue hotel in my by nature, me need problem. As long as I get free and fair, and transparent, and yet the Kululu be work, more money get clean. Say I am someone a person to hotel and not because the money a minister. Don't do that. Na ya ton Ghana ye japade che say I am a semi youth no say mon dwen ne ma bi ho. Mon dwen ne ma bi ho. Because we ba no we aton bi. We so ba na say Achimota forest to my family forever. We so ba hwan to my family forever. We so ba ahin na beka for bidiera for man no. In the next 50 years no bidiera for man e beka ko gina hen. You see why na Ghana money matter me about no. Say so obi akọ join politics no. Because one ko join politics ni bia unya Achimota forest forever. Obi aton. Ochina NDC ba ono so be fa ho. Ono so government land bia da bia e ha esumwo mbi obi enim bia ya so beton adi. President Kufuor time. Omo ye say asase animal husbandry. Omo asa una moto we wo ko ofi aka akotema na. Baby a upa tatakwashi hu na. Upa tatakwashi hu na ko anim kakra ensase bi after Trasako. Ensase bi go left. E ho ye nungwa sulans. President Kufuor time no mo say yem fa asase ne ma hemfo ne ba. Because these were all lands. Wo de o ko anim kakra e ko baby ana Toyota for no wor ha. Ma make sure baby a sprinters opposite sprinters Toyota. One of some motor way hot side no. Woman say asase bi wo na signboard bi si wo say the site for Tema International Hospital say den. Asase ni na enungwa sulans. 2007 2008 na him for no show. Asase nkroma je. So they want it back near the man. Politicians dey ahim for no tunton ni nyina. By now go there. Go say nungwa sulans asase ahin aka o forever. Ya jabo so forever. And on Mutibesi Achimota forest forever. The NDC ba 2000 President Kufuor started here no. President Kufuor and project NDC for never to us 2009. And almost chicha forever. No me ma omo. And MPP so ba na say John no for so TC Achimota dem forever. No almost chicha. And let's see a first yeah me Ramsar site here was Akumono and also forever. Are we serious? Eh? Are we serious? Is your dream gone? I'm not telling my bow. Your dream omoda. In the next 100 years, where are we going to be? 100 years before they are check. Youth to know your man, where would they be? A Juma Bang into your youth. Before I bet you know, I may call 200 Ghana cedis. And you read. Now, what have you a politician or Pawasaman come out? Hey, a Radina go Ghana youth. Or my 100 Ghana some or we. Or among 100 Ghana cities, I'm a we at home. Now, no, we are book Nakoda. A brand for Bayan and County Factory. He will not be giving you 100 Ghana cities because, oh, yeah, Juma by day, a Juma. By day, Sika, Bosumi, your chair was snit. Bosumi, your chair was tax. Bosumi, who are the other better Samana in Sione Adiama or Irenoma? Who are the older mammy, chop money at the mammy? Who are Kakao their savings for your future? Who are the other first life insurance? Who are the other? Look at the benefits. One Kasao here, Juma factory, what you get as against 200 Ghana cities plus we na your demon. Dream as a youth, Ghana youth, wise up, Mama Mwenina ho. And yes, sir, a very serious issue, papa. A very serious issue, pa. I'll remember if I'm happy you are talking about the poultry farm KFC. Please repeat it again, pa, and tell Ghanaians to stop the spare parts, not chicken, no, or more no force to the any different brochure, but because I could not come here, didn't boy or more. And can me see some of these things when I talk about it. And I may as a youth for no baby it has a history. One is a buy and year two and you see a pino soap, and me at the end be a man some confond I am Pamu and Chessy bring to exile. And go Majumanka today, and we will have billionaires in Ghana. It's said in Nigeria for Dangote. No. Nigeria is intentional about Dangote. That is why honorable brand champion the enemy person nkofo be targeting wrongly, because any money and also they koto. There are issues of conflict of interest. Yes, I agree. Because you're a minister, into you have inside information. What you are saying, maybe one man, you as a minister, no, ma obi kran ko come the can film. But media, as long as we Ghana nina profits in the bet snack Ghana, no, that's what I support. But say the nyama one year clear no, I say as will be person the BBC because they are slate to sell no, the slate were minority shareholders or hotels. And the contract, no, my transaction agreement between Snit and the minority shareholders, which I say, sir, the minority shareholders must have the first right of sale. The question is, Snit for the minority to have the first right of sale. Anna. These are all issues. You are overly blowing or see Andrew, or see you are overly pointing on this side of the hotels to this MPP character. You are doing your best to be neutral, but you see, we see through you. Well, me, straight contributor. And I don't care if you see through me. This will not be the first time anybody sees through me. If you see through me, why is that a crime? Maybe call you be a contract, so that's not a crime. As a snit contributor, no. Me as a snit contributor, me just snit over 20 years. Oh, I call now there. I do your coins. You know, message you are best and be and call baby. Me snit contribution since I'm and I mean 20 and I maybe 20 cry. Me just snit contribution get what? And I'm speaking as a snit contributor. Say near na clear. See at the Bama Brand Champ at the Bama EFS Ibrahima. I support a Ghanaian owning a Ghanaian property. Men now I'm supporting and China. And that's why sometimes I have these issues. You can't see the Japadia be my China and Ghana. You are supporting nonsense. You are supporting this because you're the Bruni. But one me who say Bruni in first one or they could grow. Until they do last quarter beer of the year, and then you see kind of dollar exchange rates, no, because abrofu companies no, oil and gas. Abrofu companies no mining. No, we na first one they repatriate their money back. Ya pagana for they will keep their money here. Ibrahim Mahama jata cement. The sikana his investment is in Ghana. Ne yire o ne girlfriends o ne ma. Everybody is Ghana. Obeto bibi obeto ne Ghana. So I will support Ibrahim any day, anytime. I just sending comment bra. Now you know my Ghana only the future of this country here. Maybe I will support any Ghanaian as long as at the end is free and fair and transparent. Let the contract, let the transaction be transparent. Let it be transparent. No be who who say Jumano because Ghanaian boss despite or say Kwame despite when the factories this way chocolate drink need fufu first saying need supporters need a bank coin. And in the factories in special ice factories I can say or yeah in salt or yeah salt or yeah real estate or yeah bank all this group of companies despite group of companies keke what up you need foreigner be a Ghana for or say Kwame despite on tuition tax and kwabroche on lifting the ticket be anko baby everything is in Ghana or the kwabroche ko ebi ana okoto bi diaba. That is the kind of Dangote for the here no. We need despite Ibrahim type of people, 100 or Ghana. We need a billionaires, millionaires, or mobile invest or music and back into Ghana economy. You can politicians are building your mind, a business people, and a build your mind. That is what I'm talking about. It's the issue that the problem now MPP, the failure to meet their own threshold. MPP for one can say two or more exam questions. And one can say failure or more exam questions. I'm not afraid to say that. MPP or more say two or more exam questions. 7 January. And another one can say certain exam questions. I'll protect the public purse. I will accelerate Ghana's development. And one you say and another failure or near you. Another will deliver, but won't deliver 100%. I can say, oh, pass mark, I would demand any 85. One can say when do pass mark no. It's the fact that why 50% doesn't mean say what pass it. One can say my marking scheme say you shall protect the public purse up to 85%. When drew and you so being paying people as me pen another as any day, anytime. Or no can say another one can him. I'm the same person so another chair maker. We have to say it because Nanado Gana Konyani Nya no Kwanedia. Until Nana make say, Nanado Amaba Mieduma yet day, Mahama, I'm comfortable lead because of Nanado. So Nanado deliver 85% on one marking scheme now, or the man who 7 January now. About Mia campaign, I am Meramano. A Kwani Mahama wapa, Kwani Mahama issues. And Kebedu time I election debate, and election debate will come very soon. Election debate, Beba. And Kaoba Baumia, no Mahama, issue based. And the court to cry at the NDC walk or cry down politics. Why? Because according to say MPP, what should I we chanting for? Oh, my near Mamuda ho plane. And I'm more beer who say, what the MPP walk with court into the NDC court. NDC will not see say politics because your own MPP people are in court answering questions. But all MPP for in our court. It is all the NDC quite better than NDC in say politics. Oh, I told the beer. One casa me jumani ding and ma on call for. And that is what Baumia is struggling with. They say Mahamana a year and another one casa na the biggest campaign manager for you. Because I have a video from but okay, let me play this from Baumia. Let me play this from Mahama.
Yaba legalize Okada. Na yakoto abano 2 mina ambedi ensem. Entimi ambaso mi jina shaman ha minim say 16 regions nyina mo association na ke ya say Okada fo nyina embe hia wa shaman ha anka obi enya kwan po nante e wo kroma enso mo amabe me famoso na me de sa akwenye yi aka kire mu union say what regions fo nyina say from a shaman may declare say 2024 manifesto ye dia try to mubium say ye legalize Okada bo amuni license ye be bo amunu nya license ye legalize ya ye ne insurance for no betra say ne betimi asiesie mo insurance no say ne be ya bibia na cover one or rider ni nyina.
Well, until this is Mahama position on Galam Okada. I mean, Mahama has been consistent on this Okada issue, but so I disagree with Mahama because insurance insurance cannot bring his leg back. Eventually, medical bills, it will not bring the person back. What happens in Abroad, Europe, to say Holland, Germany, Norway, Finland, Denmark, even Britain, almost bicycle lanes. If you're not Burkina Faso, Okada a big business with Burkina Faso, Togo, Benin, Motoni are a big business. They have designated lanes. Wouldn't it be? Now, some for your insurance, I must solve a problem. And how I disagree with Mahama. Who need designated bicycle or Okada lanes? Now, see the same road now, Namsono, and one Okada for Nkoya, would they comprehensive till that kingdom come? It will kill them. Insurance back about, but insurance will not bring them back. The people I have seen who have died on the motorway, who have died on the N1, insurance to me for Monkwam back. Okada should not be entertained. Let us find factories nearby boys in Gum. Young factories nearby boys in Gumo. Okada is not the answer. Okada ne me yam shishime. Insurance in solvent to me for Nipan Kwam Baba. I disagree with that. But the NTA Pajama be any of the other issues or can answer.
Right now, so Okada say what the motor no Okada insurance mao insurance cover because according to the law it is what the for passenger commercial use and so you legalize here now a chese when you say mobetimi for passenger into also we special insurance package emma what the passenger no so your Okada rider you better register or bike no for when you see blue license plate no private motorcycles may use blue license plate no Okada motorcycles may use different color license plates so that baby I be who motor nibia you said this is a licensed commercial bike operator.
The Crackle one no about to Okada riders in for says woman na makwan so a woman enhwe se won bedi emra ne nhye nyina so that means
well
so
Well, still, yeah, Mahama, there, so like I'm saying, I still disagree with Mahama on the Okada issue because, like I'm saying, but all the only thing I know another alternative, yeah, I'll say, let me know what you think because I feel like a pair Juma from my boys, so it will protect their lives rather than so Okada. But there's no insurance about protecting people's life because drivers no cry already or more existing insurance, baby, insurance to credit ya because I send insurance or credit technicalities burial. Say what say insurance no the man no insure say against near mana or Okada deliveries now you know. I send mana obi ti wachi or you know by you say you breach the condition of the insurance. There are so many drivers running taxi for insurance to cry or muka hono komo enyebi. So Okada no is not a solution. Messi abrochre even Burkina or more designated bicycle and Okada lanes. We need that before we legalize the Okada. We need the bicycle lanes and some legalize Okada because I know there. What him so nam dilemu into the Kobona. Burkina say what do car bicycle ubed them. Because the law no my honor fan say or no motor no right of A. Because number one, or protect your buying expenditure on fuel. Because of motor no more right, because of more consumption will low. And to Burkina yem fakam bought Okada and a bicycle. That is what we should do. Burkina for yebi. So why don't we want to do the bicycle lanes, Okada lanes, and suddenly legalize it? And yes, we are legalizing a genocide. You know, we will be legalizing mass death, mass killing. And I know buying that thing. Yeah, I'm sure you from 2025, see 2028, nipe be who was how Okada we muno. Ye benu ya hu. See, yes, sir. We must be very careful. You know, yeah, and baby, but listen to Mahama on generally economy in the obey or Bebo Ghana.
And collateralization of the ESLA, which was meant to provide the resources to finance current and legacy debt, has led us back into doomsday. The best government can do is to eat humble pie, take responsibility for the problem, and work to address it. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I'm aware that businesses and households cannot plan because of the erratic power situation. When citizens demanded for a schedule to enable them plan, which is the least that a responsible government should be doing, Energy Minister Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, who was one of the frontline participants in the Doomsday Must Stop campaign while in opposition, is reported to have said that those asking for a load shedding timetable wish ill for the country and they should publish their own schedule. This is most disrespectful to Ghanaians and the customers of electric power.
The President Mama no talking about say doomsday ni ade enye say doomsday any kind doomsday and the NDC and the MPP. We will not let MPP change the dynamics or the language of doomsday. Just because more the mobile power until we should treat you people with kid glass. Ni enche mo say doomsday and enye doomsday light of ni doomsday. And the solution is about solve a problem and we know say most of you solve it now.
In fact, before the end of this year, if you arrive in Ghana at Kotoka Airport, you don't even need to go to an immigration officer. We are putting together the e-gates. You put your Ghana card, it will open for you, and you pass and enter. The e-gates will come into work in Ghana before the end of this year. In Ghana, before the end of this year.
Enti Baumia no so mbe e-gate. Enti Baumia, these are some of the things that Baumia was saying. I'll come back to the other videos. Nema na Baumia so air cano, but Abrantia Bako Esther or say the Binya Esther no. Somebody said oh me boase me see Burkina Faso for a lane for bicycle near there. Burkina I don't want what na Burkina now. Akola na adi go to Burkina and see Europe ni America cry almost shadanya bicycle country come more bicycle lanes. Burkina will be Burkina no pabes travel and see. We have traveled to Burkina before. Travel and see, and you see how it is. But let's listen to this one too.
Our commitment to healthcare in this country, I believe, is unquestionable. We have tried to bring in interventions that will help our nurses, doctors, midwives, and so on. You saw the implementation of one constituency, one ambulance to revive the national ambulance service. 6 drone centers in Ghana, and they are delivering daily medicines, blood, vaccines, all of that to 2,800 health facilities in Ghana. And that is very significant, helping to save lives. So far, we have completed the networking of the teaching hospitals, the regional hospitals, and the district hospitals, so that when you are transferred from Wa to Kumasi or Kolebu today, you don't need to carry your folder. Bring your ID number and all your data can be seen at Kolebu. And that helps. You see the patient's history and you can help save lives. You know the medications they've been on and so on. We finished over 300 hospitals in the networking, but the goal is to complete all hospitals by the end of next year. Steps are being taken to clear the backlog of unemployed nurses and midwives within the shortest possible time. By August, the clearance will be granted, I am told, for the hiring, the recruitment. So far, we've recruited over 100,000 nurses.
Enti baomi aso dia no baomi adia ono so kan nyama obeya o de beboa Ghana ama oman no ayeye. And you can see baomi adia ne dia na ne digitization no. He's been very emphatic on the digitization. Again, nyani nyina na betime completely visible. Because the amount we nyina omo kan e be recruiting necessary kasam already no man kasam ban is struggling, which is why I'm dey call IMF ne World Bank. Despite many am share bo nyina say you will not go to IMF ne World Bank. The question is how about say am share ni bebrebe sika be na mo de be ye, because e get ni ade nyina technology no will not run on air. Enya frama na technology ni nanti. Frama no the technology works on a technology which is to be paid for. Who is going to pay for it? Already 11 years mo de buy 11 and go see. So mo de mo join na mo share mo ade ni ahwe ni nyina, because ene akuga number nti ene ya ni NDC nya 101 bia because this is the second time NDC 101 omamba nti no won't do that again. If you use time ya mama for na kasa trauma, this is their country. But muntie dia papa kan, you see e na ya kan de bia na ya de question politician yaso ya kan e give and take. It is you. And now as a politician ma 100 Ghana 200 Ghana no ma wi akan wa ma t-shirt akan set just one event. Meanwhile you are 4 years ahead of you. I wouldn't be a waduane beba. Sa 100 Ghana ni 200 Ghana. Nipa e wo conference mu nyina na e bo ano na e de koto asase a enka factory na ya start no. Enka ideally no say sika MPs ni tua delegates na ato aba momo. Enka every MP must be able to help to construct one mini factory one constituency. Senya abroa. Enka say MP bia sika amode delegates elections no. Enka MP bia 4 years also to me the boabo me a mini factory one constituency. Because 2 years ago, export, import, data no more buy and say 2022 by close of 2022, and near Ghana imported and a wig, prior, a bro, chewing gum, toffee, tin tomatoes, tomato, bakono kramere finiding, garlic, nina account 2.6 billion. I got 400 penny do 3 billion near Koji IMF no. Ye importing ye ma prior, ye import. Engo ayen che Malaysia for said ye dua nguno, ye dua beno. And then Malaysia afford to me the ngono eya angwa, me ye kofa angwa no ba. Asie no kra ye ye friend is enkra, abeno ne hono no kra no. Omo de ye ka kwan. Ye de abroni be ye san kofa ngono wo mu krom nipa na ye ne ye kire om se de adua abe no ye kofa wo ho ne ye de aba 2.6 billion ni nyina Lebanese foi omo vessels akese sistema port, so omo ya maje se mbe se mo man no, so they are helping you to destroy your nation. Now we are what disika kwa wako bobesian wa IMF na they ko import it, withdraw so crowd import it, prior who import it enye wani wo. Almost 70 years of independence. Prior, who imported. Chewing gum, who imported. And chromata no crazy by Jimmy Bre. Near our factory water, ma, we are a year first, toffee. Yewo Bonster factory, yewo tie factory. Kedenu ni ade nyina yewo factories wo ho. Tema ye nkola nyina toilet roll na udina traffic light ma. Toilet roll boys nyina to traffic mu nyina made in China. Na ya ye nuanum Ghana fo so abro. Ye de pay sika shortcut nti ye nyina ye kofa. Bibia ye kofa China ba toothpick kofa China ba. Sometimes we forget that ye nyina ye kan ye destroy Ghana no. Toothpick kofa kofa sokodua. Sokodua kwa betimi asensen ama na dani toothpick no. Ye nyina ye kwa China abro. Wo kofa toothpick wa China aba beton wo Ghana. Wo nye wicked. Wo ya wo de wani kosie politicians nkwa so nka ho. Wo kofa toothpick wo sensen sokodua. Trapia ni sokodua. Wo sensen keke betimi de toothpick wo kofa China aba. Ye kan ho no man sink no. We have helped the politicians to destroy Ghana. Because ye jai 200 Ghana ni we no ejia. We will push them some sabisi factory. Me say me yetama akolakra super paper. Omo no ye rose toilet roll no. Rose toilet roll. What was the last time I won rose toilet roll? Egu factory le gu busasa akode. Ye nyina ye tamakom tinai fo nkola. Ye nyina we tamakom tinai. Factory ni ye tamakom tinai factory obi a ye makwan. E won obi across super paper ye ko ho. Na ye factory kra wo sa akode mo anim ho. Omo achi omo fie ni nche ho no ma Pocky factory wo ho ni nyina gu. Pre wo me yakola na ye wo dadwa company. Pre wo company agu abroni be ye youth ro bi ape nema ye say why are we like that? Ye jai nse hunu no ni e focus on need the here Ghana be konanim. Let us stop nema ye ninda Bob Marley asem no is very relevant for us today. Bob Marley as emancipation from a bottom slavery, emancipation from Kwasiasem slavery, emancipation from Jimmy slavery, emancipation na Bob Marley ka ye nyanyansa no man konanim ni endwin Obema 100 Ghana 200 Ghana asemenje honorable fani nyina yesusu ne fa besi factory honorable ye per factory ma botutu na boys e wo area o nyana mu dinechi ye ni abre ko honorable ye per factory ye ni abre ko honorable ye per factory enko bia ye factory prior factory ko be ye kiyen se sika nkofa prior e wa abrochire prior. What a shame ye crap prior edifi abrochire. Francis me ba so a e do ka message yi a o send ama me no or send it amame I'll read the message later on and elder me chow ne bushafo ni nyina. This is just sad. Ghana semoka na de bia na just say why ye Rick mess or say if you don't be food or say catch and comfort said they shouldn't be food by all the talk about digitization. Baumia has not been able to do the things he has promised. Well, say Baumia with me a Ghana card no. Sometimes I am come see journalism and I am person mo pam tadi na mo de share and the journalist we NDC na journalist Baumia a Ghana card me wa. So I Ghana card. Inti we on to me nya, kasa on to me nye. Don't say on to me anya because Ghana card no waye. We got so Mama say on to me nye NHIS. Yeah, Mama buy the biggest expansion in health insurance. Mama the biggest expansion. Mama time. How dear, but don't come and twist the fact because me dey me Pama tadi share me 100 million times. So I will say what I have to say. What you say? Inti Obiso sending a message here say if you are please let's advocate for this import restriction bills hanging or parliament no. I really admire your passion for development issue. Okay, or say there's an import restriction bill or parliament. Okay, yeah. President Kufuor or Safma for near here and the finance minister he tried to block the importation of turkey tail and the chicken wings force no any among Lebanese if one could withdraw. And that's what this gentleman Akowiaka said. There's a bill before parliament. Me see Lebanese for me is so powerful. Say parliament go miracle. Uba one bill no until that bill that hang it. I'll do my checks on that. Or see bill not hanging or parliament. Nobody wants to pass the bill because will be 10% because could dim. Inti yamon pa any advocacy no not say or say omofa eno enye ejuma. I've received if you are me kaipa sanyo. We have Sanyo TV manufacturing company, car manufacturing company, tie any rubber in any ade. Yes. And now quite rubber plantations and what takradini ade na ye chuchegu. Kofo chucha the yes galam say. Sometimes we don't see how we are also helping to destroy Ghana. Go the kakra obako 20 abro rubber factory now a serve Ghana over years so built it takradi. So about Western region, one of the key things all Western region. And my Western region, Jina house Western region here rubber plantation. And no mu chuchegu galam say was here. Uko Eastern region, Ashanti region, cocoa, eniano farms bebre omo twitwa to galamsey abro Ghana ni wo go de kakra na abekọ akoto no Dubai nti no you are willing to sacrifice a cocoa between last year and this year. Ghana cocoa import and to me and cross 500 metric tons. We all go suffer. You better Ghana papa gold cocoa has shown Ghana over years. When you go cocoa no muchuchegu galam say now for say nanado okofia or kotena wantena France or betna London or ko school home to no ni papa ofia or hodada wantena London or betna France French no so dey kan pepe nanado Togo Benin ni no betimi atena ho tinyo no na wo ye no we are destroying ourselves. Akofa China ni fi China abaso mbetu gold no wo krom o posta wo ye Ghana wo ye wa ho to gold no nenya ho na kosi dan wo airport hills na wo ma ebeba abehwe nti na nkofo na omo bo Ghana abro ni obo na omo ma na da ne junkies no you are it's a curse go me na council ti ase na o cause gold na ye curse o gold ni na na de sha ase na ye curse so what offer gold no amfa ni ye it's a curse unto you what dey obi o ye gold adwuma o ye no rough off it's a curse unto you obehwe na obeje sika pa na ne maye basa wo dey ya na no mo nkasa keke Francis Mamima, good evening ni akwaba. Okay, Francis try Mamima Pentecost papa die na ye nyina ye fanya yi.
Mahmoud Baumia, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, the convener of this meeting, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, I've been Sumana Kingsford Bagbin. Your Ladyship, Justice Gertrude Tokon, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, for the sake of time, please permit me to address the rest of us as ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. All of us who desire to have good name, you need to serve humanity. Now, the suggestion that I'm going to offer is this: live and work for the good of people. Live and work for the good of people. Maybe I should turn here and look at the face of my parliamentarians. You are making democracy too expensive. Yeah. The monetization of what we call democracy is dangerous. Soon, we are not going to have good leaders because we will need people who have cash, and it doesn't matter where they got the money from. They will win the constituency election. Now, this thing is dangerous. If we think that we cannot follow this American democracy, please let us stop it. Let us design something that will help this nation. It is dangerous, and I'm even afraid of the future. I'm afraid of the future. How can you deceive people just by buying cutlass for them? And you pride yourself in it. What a shame. I pray that God will save this land. God will save this land. Because many of us are poor. Instead of investing into them, you deceive them with lanterns and cutlasses. May God have mercy upon us. See, when you do this, the day you are no longer the constituency leader, nobody cares about you.
Openina sema wakani nyina mayen. The day I uni hono, nobody cares about you. It's at the end of the day, they're really about us. Bra Francis, Mama, good evening, Akwaba.
Yeah, good evening, Steph. Yeah, Memo, good evening. Michelle Pane, it's here for now. In fact, I must commend you on a lot of things. Waka enumerate with submissions and some waka no enumerate. In fact, it is very powerful. Until you mention Papa. Na me course no. Say Bible crack has a good name is better than riches. Yesu ba we no. Ade ba kwa obeyeye a na ye nyina ye boni din wa mepa ahode obegya din enu nti Yesu din de ye ntumi enya boda because edin no obegya ye enti nka ye papa mu ya omohwe oman so de bi omote asoro dem. And so there are certain things a omo ignore omo sisi omo aso say no de omo ntim free Bible mu kura ada say good name is better than riches. Enti omo ba ombepa ahode rather than say ombegya dimpa so because amemo no omubuo no sani aye papa sofo pani kan no too expensive. Too expensive because say yebekwa akwaji bosia wa amanone nanka yebeba no instead say yebe investing wisely no na yede ye nneoma bi ahunya. There were only 16 regions. Intinka region bia ye manufacture ba ko na factories mienu pe empo anka 32 meboa ka ensaba nye problem. Billions of dollars are yeju every amanone no. Ye mak region bia 2 factories are 32 factories. Enye sika bia ye ntumi fancy factory no. Ye wo banchi, ye wo bodie, ye wo abesa na wuken abe koko ne sa no nyina. Ye betumi make use of our own na yankasa ya ye ho adwuma. Na ye nso export ko amanone so that sika no betina oman no mu. But why there ye kwaji sika na ya be ne basa na chese de bia no ye kwa abosia bo. But if you me move forward no asamba kwa mpesa me kan say it's about time I say government ni check yenya institution bia on be hold the government responsible and accountable. Also Donald Trump say he didn't gina court. No who charges bebrebe. He is a former president but yet still and so and nema wa ya etioma no ye de ne kogina sende bia ye di nasem adenti na Ghana nko ano obi ba bedi oman no so na o sabi odi nsem hunu a na ye jan sa na oto na oye de ope, which is wrong. Now I am with you in regards to former president Mahama Okada Samoa Kaina. I disagree completely. I disagree with him. Maybe I was expecting Senko Bakase be crowd bar Okada no oba abolishing no mum we be factories ma mrantie ne mbaba no enye adwuma ye because Okada no very dangerous. Say this if you are Ghana we ye nya we Ghana ye drive the way ankrofo si ye e wo kwan so no enye ade a esa babia be so sa ade no so kra say ye be ye de asane a wo ka no ekuro bia in advanced countries no omo create lanes a yedema cycling any sa nneoma ni na and your ombe dia ombe regularize dia omunya sa so that the accident no will reduce because they say yakura no yakwanye accident ku na ekunipa enti so ko legalize Okada dia and na che so man dia there will be no control at all. There will be no control and insurance kura sama okano. Sister, if you can say name the pie, wanna me know ya doing ye pa say even cars cry ya register or cry or insurance accident is here. Claim 20 years. No claim cry sanka be left alone Okada. Oh, enti system na former president Mahama person de banede any good system. And the onyai. No mom on turning into job creation and I say industrialization bia ebema yankasa kra no yetumi ye niema ye wo man mu yetumi akeka sisi enim ye nso de akwa ma no so that the dollar
because ye bad per se. I think anka be work sanka what is Burkina for the anymore Europe or the more designated lanes unim say how the Okada for nkwan because the way drivers no kuma mo no me ya na motorway me hu mo be bre me see your office any more UTV that Bobby for no sound was Robert from me see because you share moja na gu it was serious.
This is what say we have a problem at hand because our lanes here ye can kra no say Ghana no is here congested no e very difficult to create those lanes. It will not even be possible.
But it's doable because Burkina for cry will be. Burkina for cry will be. Your money police for home be enforce here. Your bicycle lane, motor lanes. Now, mo count to me no. When I get into your account to me kofa. But
the way we have planned, let's say Accra, any Kurakesiyemuno, the way we have planned the cities, it will be very difficult to create those things. Oh, yeah, it will be very difficult to create these things because
Right.
I already choked. And
Okay.
even a quiet cry, yes, nipa, mayan tomadio, lay by sa, a nipa nam sokrano, a ho, and uncle full sugar. And to Okada no sukra be se kum, what tomadio or quite no more.
Well, my World Boss, what do you think?
If you have me chill,
Me also, oh yeah.
me here, pa.
Do you have any answer for the Okada consensus?
Oh, Okada need the it has come to stay because you see, I ain't to me young we are there, they will still be riding it in town. Into the only thing is that we shouldn't be scared of solving the problem. Ghana leaders, and that has been our problem all these years. Problem no, you better one but solution no. Na adane de wo inti no say obi take a step to solve it ye man kwan na on finding mechanism or you betumi dey solve it. Like one step is the insurance, the second one is the plate. You betumi ma say okay okada for you betumi ma mu boundary say okay this area there muntumi fa ho, let's say motorway muntumi fa ho munko fa alternative route inti you betumi dey share ahye ho na omwedi so to say abobo ya say Henry Kotika say more mumfa motorway no so no. Yeah, if there are checks in there, police be better ho motorway u be fa ho na wa chill we ya abobo ya.
Oh, budget bribe we jano.
Well, any day we are no more bribe. Police don't need bribe. Yeah. I think the point a World Boss Professor can say is doable, but World Boss, my point initially no was not about the insurance. It's also about here. But mutoza mabroche more bicycle lanes near the end. Yeah, bicycle lanes now, and we are better than say your insurance when they are sharing the road with cars. Because the way you come on, I don't know to one TTD data now. It's not the number one killer in Ghana. Road transport.
Oh, sir, it's our numbers in the omit my inflate, omit my massage, you know. Just
no. MTTD there. It's a year award that. It's not a year for not for any. I didn't know more lady. And I'm maybe about oven. That's why I'm saying oven. I'm banning say I'm more beyond for 5 no. I'm for 4 no.
If you are Ghana, no, government.
But why would they inflate? What boss?
Mommy explaining.
Who explaining? I'm listening to Ghana. How are you explaining that police? But I've worked with this police, but you need to inflate accident figures.
If you are Mommy explaining because the reason I may take that position is because current government, or promise you almost say or be more cars in place of the Okada when to man deliver. So the idea of perception on person who created the share Ghana for you say, oh, I didn't create kunipa baby. And because of that, you ain't got create artificial figures. The highest number of murder cases in the country.
What boss? I can assure you, say, no, I have the evidence. What boss? The MTTD for data before NDC ever contested elections. In fact, in 2016, it was climbing as the number 1 killer. It was climbing from 2014, 2015. NDC for the power. Why would they? In fact, I said some time ago, President Mahama said 37. No, no, saying boys no. It was one of the problems. No, kada for no gada ho. Driving reckless.
Yeah, and say you bet more boundary. Say okay, these areas there. Muntu me betwi Okada or say mbetima aye diversion be detour to other areas so that cause problem congestion in the city. Yeah,
but what about I don't know to say they make more US more bicycle lanes. In Ghana na Okada na say motor lanes
yes, because say on the road no on the crofo we usually no we show more roads na middle no just space be normal duan rack kakra wo spaces no ometma squeezing no others in chen no use no their lanes but your road system no be brain no and tisa
yeah the tutu you know electrical poles no sisi Made.
A baby no omet my year, and your baby no bet my year. So a good idea on bet my year, but your baby no bet my year those lanes. And about to insurance, no so Mimi Wahanum, I've bought cars here and sent to Ghana. Baby are involved in accident. Claims no who follow procedures now within a month. Unya who claims money. I didn't face any issue. I went.
So what they are comprehensive, me boy.
Yeah, comprehensive.
Yeah, drivers will be comprehensive.
The
So for your third party na no complications in eba bebre no. But we are comprehensive there. Easy cry. I was so surprised myself. Say within 3 weeks, 1 month, you have a delay in some of the paperwork, and within 2-3 weeks, they paid us.
Now, if you are not money, so we will change your musuro.
Now they will be at Ghana now when you accident. I just want to come out of here 4 months with Pianica.
Okay,
what boss generally about the issues here because I can't see any NDC 101. I can't say the network near the end. But generally, I in my intro, I raise issue about contract MPP for signing on a government generally about them or more. Yeah, and I may buy NDC Okada. So what do you think about those things? What was who?
But I bet my repeating question.
Let me cast was a intro and I was raising issues about government. Now, some of the contracts almost signing issues. Whether you have comments on generally a buying one.
Contracts in the brain now, they say issues almost hiding behind some of the things. He said last time, say a graphic, some call it stock Ghana Stock Exchange. Say Nina taxes on person who use to sign dubious contracts now. We are Ghana for Japan there because you see right now no 6 months a big corporation and small entity to say me my cost me graphic now me print no it's a big corporation.
But do you know anybody who is buying and I say
out very soon and I'm paying for now no crazy can into so no this time, no 6 months to election, no need a panic mode for the government.
Okay.
So that they will not be caught if government changes. And that is what they are doing now. And the contract there, we should expect more. Best signing dubious.
It's a last minute chop and go.
Yeah. Almost signing baby. So we should prepare for all this. Even election night, I said 7 December, almost have signed a contract.
I said most signing be 6 January, most sign contract.
Oh yeah. It happened under NDC government.
Yeah.
It's what was you better than you changes idea we say. Last minute. Why can't we stop and do idea in idea we be Ghana rather than say
in penny for no money for they are just bad mind criminals, Say you're criminal, you not do this. Obi a criminal pen obi to my idea.
Well, I mean, but me they make solution. I am like where because the Pentecost of an assembly now. Baby, I am coming boy. Okay, we have
me last point. Na me ye jume biwa. Once about me aka say airport no. On ba be e-gate. E-gate no so once one chire mu. Oka say udu gate no na udi Uganda card atapi bibi no there you go.
It will not work.
What do you mean by who the tapi baby no there you go?
It will not work.
Who the tapi or immigration officer be and check na unya tapi and now play mu. Is that what he means?
It's a deception.
Okay, 2 person further and better particulars of that.
Yeah,
because I know that brochure, for instance, Skipo say, boarding pass no. One way in there was no the code no.
Yes.
I move friend is I'm IT
QR code.
QR code. Who do airport? I will scan it QR code and you go to your email.
No, I don't know who go to TSA officer.
You go to TSA, ni bibi answer. Yep.
Yes. Answer crowd ko o de bag ra ko to so na So at the end of the day, no, once they go airport, in Crawford, so say Gina side on them, you're from clear. I know say we are late now, person who check in very fast. Who app no crime will be on my phone. So sometimes it me late to the airport to 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Some of them more mini kiosk be I want more airport.
Yes, into our crown who do what? Who jump in line in no more would work on far TSA for direct. No more check you in now after the uko. But and also app no crown utiaka. You sign up for monthly subscription. So it will be out to coin most of the time. You can sign up for yearly subscription. And me sure say clear for no so no airport no so some percentage before mo. Enti the about me can no on be chire because say external agency be no mbakwa employ mu na omu collect data on Ghanaians as ID card no. Where are they going to be storing all this?
All the data.
All the data, scan copies of PS, your passport, or Ghana card, or driver's license, or infant microphone, ebe stores our data now. Obi and Brichi Ghanaians personal data.
I mean, I know where you are going to with the data issue because already no. Also, a COVID no. Present executive instrument be a man. Only GV. You need someone omukuta Ghana data.
Okay.
And I worry about that because it's a South African company. So the company has no business keeping Ghana for your data. I know this lawyer who took the case to court. He lost the case there, but I think Brassusi revisited this data issue. Because as I say, phone data no, is linked to your Ghana card and it's linked to your bank account. If all this data could a third party, only God knows what these people can do with the data.
Yeah, because there should be some encryption. And yes, no, I'm sorry, no, I'm not going to sign a contract with some individual. Be not video, your tone, your data. The funny part is that maybe company no cry, Chinese cry, they say who cry.
Because NDC and now MPP. I China for no play machines. We almost say teleconference cover the time now. Me think last time I'm saying Ghana government careful. But when minister be office, you almost say the cabinet meeting. China boy, they are listening to your cabinet.
Yeah. Come to me the hidden device be crash.
And yes, I'm to me, bro. I'm the ashemu dada. I'm a Uber and almost say cameras. No, they had bugged all of them, dada.
Yeah,
they had bugged all of them. But when Ghana and fight issues, Now yet home. But Mammy Namasi,
Mammy can't send back when I make sure say,
Mr. Nagis in
here. Na Baumia some more can me sure so bet me because get to now some idea. Abruchiri Crano, Yamfa, Sa and Yamani Mwebu, your friend say, immigration, sir. Because immigration no motor, and they will check your passport and before they let you through. Inti, what can say the Ghana card baby Sana ayebra panikano. Is it going to be so we are no piabonte and I say would you be so and I'm say my last one I make one is and patcho say omoba program no so na omoma promises are. Yembusa almost say quite ben number first one our finances our promises no more man. Because BBR also may way. How are you going to finance it? Are you going to keep borrowing it or are you going to do that with taxpayers' money? Into Yembusa almost our question.
You also the Francis. I see and can't just say it is possible. See one answer, no.
Oh, they are possible. More capital, it is possible. Yeah, Muntuminka, me see Ghanaians. They are mobile digitalization among the names. And also cry you so. It's possible. It is impossible.
Francis, good evening.
Good evening, Mafia.
But then you.
I wait there. Make us say. Yeah, that was in a program. Mafia, say na Ghana Kodia met the president you.
Me and a boy. Me. Oh, that's going to be the funny. Experience our whole life. Move to me the president. Why not? Yes.
Because na Mafia, you miss say Ghana or more car moto ore yamfa car kra nye example edi omo dem ekuomo awofo omo woja omo maami na omo papa eho ama bi mo ye homeless bi mo ye jobless bi mo aye school dropout no nipa dodo sen ne ya mo insurance moto mafia minimum obi a me madam fu okada tene nan ba ko omo muwom nipa be ye 4 omo nyina wu ye ka onu nko a ne nan ba ko ate Ghana no unse da bia me ka se
okada we ni de won feel
unse sabi da bia me ka se Ghana se me ye Ghana ni 100% men doubt that se me naturalize my country bia da but me nyesese na me ndwamanum se wote Ghana na wu pa won hwia se heaven wo ha me nyeso so be kobi because would have said yam for ye omudi nipa adwe di agoro na unse ye papa Pentecost sofo be kan asem bi wo ho na me ne nya adwene sa asem no wo ho mpanyimfo ye omudi eskai omu nyina agu asondam ho omugu masalachi me nya so se panyi bia ka se okọ ayi ho papa ye friends en koku bonsam ho okọ asoro ho nanka once mun preach Ghana for mpanyimfo ye srem de mudi ye man no akire be wie sei
no penny omo ka no mu ntie so Pentecost office enye first time papa ekani o
obetina bonten ne kai on kana son dem time
what time was so dem sa jama won follow no
mafia na John 3:16 yentimi ni fu wie ye o kofa Jacob chapter 10 aba
Dabi na wa also omonka o kan so a wo sisi ye ni su wie ye
on kan asondam ho a tama ayiti wo your friends
finance minister ono so fu no kwa ye den
tama finance minister to omo fanye Sunday school teaching
ana me say o kan na omo enti a onye den
odi pimo mu wanyi afi so mu ntie di obeje asore beje asore no
me say waka papa o jam na me say opani me man send on videos in bebre why waka
Pentecost software ka presby software ka Methodist software ka Anglican obieka within 1 year obia mu kwa asore dem bia be ko bia 1 year for that teaching no
okay
when you look at young Ghana who said the bia mafia me kasa boni wo hu niema miensa o boni ye niema miensa o the bia me kasa ye wo boni a wudi wo ankasa wudi padua ene de oni Yankopon kontem asem ye wo boni a wo ye tie wo nua ene ye wo nua obeka so to a generation ne ye wo boni a wudi a me fan say o se creator o say no Ghana for ye de ne yemiru abibi for ye de etu obedi boni atie ne nua na nipa na kese no na generation ne man ne nana no nyina was a problem no na fe niema nyame dia mayen wo ye mamu ye nyusu no o twanuagu o sei nsase o sei nsuo na abeye sa boni no wo mafia ehu kura chense turumutu no mo se ye nyabi ehu because abrofo no say ye nkwasiafo ye tuma esa ne ma mienu e ba akona ka ne de ye say ne is it for us to do that kind of shit no nti MPB be gina ho a muntu aba mame meye kwan na mafia de kan cross bisa say almost starting from Accra to Kumasi road no omo ya duru hi omo nkoye kwan a bicycle be fast
okay you have a point Bombi because yeah started here no kan say dan nyewie yeah sanko kan bia yo ofana gives no me na wase
nti anu dwana ne sanko fo mienu be dwa kire yen
well
uja na no akofa we uja we say ye de ye nkoye nim da wo
yeah market times ofana gives no me na wase o say de nkoye nim da say ho na ne e ko you over ya good evening
mafia
budget over ya
me so kakra mechanism say Ghana na nkasa no up to now na ya adwene da so nkwaso mu still ti se ntime ya adwene mfiri nkwaso mu ama ya adwene na anya adwuma eno ne ye bre no enanka wo se kadu emra ya sofo ni timi asoro dem yitimi kire enipa se enipa mo adwene nya adwuma na yenya if you say be say your so ahinian baby ya ka firi mu kɔrɔ ma obi anim enti edum ra na asofo no kwa so dia yen kyerɛkyerɛ nipa ne sɛ ma wadwene enya adwuma dwene ɔman na otimi ne ho because ɔman ne nya awoto so amwa enti say yasofo no timi because nipa bebre ne kwa asɔre no enti yasofo no timi kyerɛkyerɛ nipa ne bebre sɛ ya adwene no yema ne nya adwuma sɛ ade bi o sɛ nipa yɛ bɛbɔ ɔman no yɛnyema ne mmoa na yɛnyai sɛ yɛgyegye nketenkete bi firi mpanyimfo bi hɔ na yɛdi because ɔpanyin na ɔba na ɔso yɛ kwan mutuma mebɛyɛ no ɔdam kwafo na so na ɛba wafɔ saa kwafo na so 8 years ɛso ɔsa saa to nam tam yɛ kwan ne ma wo enti adi ntina ɔmuti musa no question sɛ ɛkwan wɔfɔ so 2 years ni wanyɛ ɛgya di ntina nsa ntoma bi na sa bɛyɛ de sɛ kwakora na wɔsɛ kana sɛ yɛama yɛadwene na mfiri nkwaso mu a ɛbɛyɛden ɛna sɛ yɛnya Ghana ne mpafie yɛnya anyansafoɔ nokwafoɔ nimdifoɔ a Ghana ɛbɛyɛden because anyansafoɔ no so a ɛna animdiefoɔ no so a ɛna nokwadiefoɔ no so so a nti sɛ yɛnya saa nipa wɔ no nyinaa ma yɛntimi anwɛkin yɛadwene no a yɛadwene adeda adakyɛ adwene adakyɛ nti sɛ yɛntimi anyane adwene no a ma adwene anya adwuma because asɛm bi wɔ mpanyimfoɔ ɛmomɔ sɛ mpanyimfoɔ te hɔ sɛ bia ɔmɔbɔdwa na president bi ɛkasa na wɔka asɛm bi a ne no mu nyina bɔ mu nsɛm ba ade ɔmu panum sɛ asɛm a wɔpɛrɛ nipa yi kan ɛnyɛ no korɛ no mu bɔ mu nsɛm ne nyina na adura ko gyina so dem sɛ sɔfoforo bi sɛ wo mehu sɛ sei meboa wɔsɛn no korɛ ɛso no no nipa no mu aso sɔfoforo ne ka kyɛ no wɔboa ɛso ntimi nka kyɛ sɛ wɔboa yɛntimi ma yɛadwene anyane a yɛbɛbrɛ da bia ɛna saa ɛkwan yɛ yɛkekan apto no mutim nyɛ ne obi kɔ so kɔfa moto kwan ba yi ɛkwan na mu ntimi nyɛ aburuche ha kora no yɛni moto kwan wɔ ha bicycle route bɛ ne ɛwɔ moto kwan ne ha
route ne ɛka sɛ nka yɛbɛtumi ayɛ bicycle route bi ne ama motofoɔ no afa so
ɛnyɛ adwuma because moto ɛmfa bicycle route aburuche ha moto baabi a yɛwɔ ɛfɛ sɛ 125cc ɛni sɛ fa motorway engine capacity ne na kyerɛ bia ɔsɔ ɔfa sɛ engine so a ɔmfa motorway bicycle crampona yɛde nam ha yi betai delivery in time betai bike mo electric bikes electric bike no crampo no emra kyerɛ sɛ ɛni sɛ buru 250 watts so who use electric bike 1500 watts a ɛno no wonam ko ana tetete ɔja se enti bibia mra ho enti ni sɛ ayi no okada na moto na Ghana ɛni sɛ fa motorway because enuru say you know 125cc Ghana you know 125 enti from motorway enti no me hwe say Ghana no o man nipa na ti o man ya adwene no ensori ne nipa na ka asem a enti na yakopɔ ma obi adwene no ade asem nipa na dwene ho hu say di nipa na kan oboa me nipa na daw me hu nton so yakopɔ de yi ma wo nipa na to no wo yɛ nyame ɛno na sofo yɛ firi nipa tiri sɛ wɔyɛ ɔse so sofo ka kyerɛ dada ma me sɛ ka kyerɛ papa me so papa no hwan wo na to wo yɛ nyame
what's your papa? I'm from Papa, Mama, and I did. Also, I mean, I don't know. I didn't come any padas any. Brian Francis, but your mama, good evening, Aquaba.
Even if Stefia, I don't know there.
I don't know.
I am
good.
I feel not a better of Ghana.
Elections in bad, so him say about Council's bandit. You would
may I wear that. You. Debbie, I'm a shopper, and then I first time I met my boy room.
Oh, okay, that's it.
I will cut that 7% Kakakra. So I will cut that some idiot. I ask some and you're easy. Because just I will cut that some to the ascendant for Cano. And there's a half of Ghanaian and the Beko. Because the car pass 2013. 31st December nkofo pre-edim recover so mo kwa asore da kuma junction no kada fo edin na musa maami bi otini moto achi form prim advance went manwura the year 2014 edisa o kada assembly there se o ka se wo de ba o mo anim pa na wan family bi antoto ho de ana Ghana no so mra na nya adwuma And there one thing, Ghana Millennium Juma, because BBSC I ran MPP NDC. Now a foolish case. So what I say. And I dear man who Ghana and say, the entire day Ghana a quine and I had to so to an way particular Kumasa quine kaka because of Yadi Bia Beto Accra. It is a MP New Crumpana or no Yatwa Bamano, Abi a Sunyani and Nasa Juan. Waba behind that Wakra. It Obeko Kumasi at this a year to announce BBS in Obeko because one time for Panasu. The idea walk up and down, come my Kumasa Pana the dada. So as I say, a gentleman were so much me ministries nibi at the Coco, other regions,
Okay.
And to say parliament because there were a head of state Accra. Parliament, Matamuja Kusi Kumasi. Into Sunyane other way saying will be a bar, no more fat one as well. Kabasa Kumaskan Komaye.
Okay. My point, and I say, my second was to obey institutions in the Akoko courage.
And then Kababwa, Papa. Anna, I never quite mark who said, I had Ghana pie as the NDC MPP. Because me was South Africa. Me ba I feel no who chroma for send on my back to ACT. Na say no more to aba. I know so be
mini pass worry me boy.
Mama so otoso fourth. Otoso fourth.
No plan was otoso fourth.
Wakoto because of former president Zuma. What in who free ANC ni
Yeah.
Wa ba twen I said MPP near DC. It's almost trouble when they compare Alantramantene MPP because of Zuma or a key figure. Yes, I'm not saying of him. I'm not saying of Zulu. Zulu is the most I think Ghana can say MPP from strong in the Ashanti region. Now Alantramantene. I can go free home. It was 20 votes in every ANC for stronghold.
Okay.
It's a more moving more 57% no. Last election, it's more 40. And you want to see president. I can say.
Next when you obian to me and threshold need to say the Ghana until second round.
There be Chroma no more second round. The only say Chroma no more tone say we amount to form a presidential candidate, Omo to my party.
Vote for party.
Okay.
You don't vote for individual.
Party majority.
When I heard of what you head of state, but they say no.
The head of state.
Head of state. They say we lose about 71 maybe I say parliamentarians. They say look at and they say look at 40%. And second opposition party no ekita 22%. And Zuma party no be the second. Onukita 17. And Malema etoso. If they say na fe na omo coalition on a party for the opposition.
We want a coalition like that. We want that.
MPP ni say no a party na eko so ati ase enye bawumia ana nka obi abetima akwa se bia constituency independent candidate dey ebetima kugina wo sika abetima kugina party na dey saa no mani bi na bamu a enu ti na se wo ye they say amefa say ANC fo ni timinya ma onya president ni dia mo 14 days so mo yi speaker we answer. No, my elected president. If the elected president, who president now who 40% of parliament opposition for no 60. We are meeting to anything at time we meet president.
You hear you Ghana.
And it's no money in Ghana. And yes, I can't
200 Ghana ni we no. Omu jai 200 Ghana we na ebenyebi.
And the but a bad thing. Once a Ghana, they are doing now going this new MPP. Aha, the bad thing.
I pray and come ahead, then you know, and Casa. A Nana Poku member so very soon. Nana Poku so Casa free Ghana, me boy. Because I know cause joining her from EVTM say also offense so until I'm Patrick Gajo Kazana Emana Bogum and Kasa
Yeah.
I the memo joining very soon. Ne wafa ne Bra Richard ne Mr. Dapa me ba so very soon.
Yeah,
Good
wait there. Good afternoon. Now,
afternoon.
common wood, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we, like I said, and I've always stated for the next 30 years, the Ghana there is no anything. Ain't you know ABR so be back now, yeah, dear back could be a papa, yeah, assume, then we establish it, then we move on. Because Baomiani Mahama Sama okay. Baomia technically is the West project manager. Because you bet me a timeline a one for several things that have not been done. When he's speaking, he will always speak and say this will be done in December 2024. That's a project manager's language. But it's never done. So that is a no-go. And then we come to Mahama again. The same cheap politics, same thing. No thinking through the process. Even within the few minutes I had to see what he said doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. So there are no other ways to give job to people outside Okada. Like no other way. Ghana, nyoma bebreye wo krum ho. Yentimi mfa investment in any area to push people to work than Okada.
I think I know they are almost yada than he. That's the
come on, almost yada than kasanka Okada mba. Because almost yada na ejuma wo ho Okada mba.
Okay.
That would not happen.
You have a point.
So the
because
point
also,
is that
you grew up in Tamameboa. Because Tama is not Okada said I know bad boy you no mucho moto but
me call Ghana. Me call Ghana. Mintina Okada so. Me cousin Bakutri ok. Me say even if you take me 10 years to get to a place, I will walk. Me come my micro me do station now. Me my me bad my bag me say me nantiako. I will never get on the back in Ghana. Never. Because these guys have no rules, no guidelines, nothing. And you are trying to encourage that for cheap politics.
There be also a insurance. And
what is the insurance? The insurance doesn't change anything. Insurance is essential. Insurance is there are regulations on the road. The loss of life, like you said. The insurance doesn't change anything. It changed nothing. So this is the same thing that we have seen over and over again, where politicians just stand on political platform and spew, excuse me to say, gibberish. Okay, sure. The other piece, former Pentecost pastor Nasemo Okayen. Look, the church is Ghana's #1 problem. Okasasemno it's not the same pastor Boji, Dr. Baomiaso. Say I'm running on city, no, prophetically. Friend is saying, so you see the nonsense. The church is Ghana's #1 problem. I am a Christian. I love Jesus. I am a born-again, tongue-speaking Christian Assemblies of God member. But you see, the church, the organized church in Ghana, has been our biggest problem. The leadership there has been hypocritical and have only been very selfish. Because politicians never money. Campaign CCC, look at the number of politicians that will go through the churches. So our pastors want to tell us, sir, they didn't see anything wrong politically in Ghana to tell these politicians what exactly is happening in the country. So none of them saw it. They didn't see the destruction of our natural resources, the waters, everything that is destroyed.
I think I know on several locations they've spoken about Galamsey and they've spoken about it.
See, no, the thing is this, it is there is something called Wakanwasem. That's it.
Okay.
No, but these people come to you. These people come to you every day. Dr. Baumia Wanko also suffer also been passed already. Didn't he go there? They know that you guys have something they hold there. Why do they always want some kind of support from the pastors? Why do politicians want endorsement?
31st night?
Thank you. Well,
they are busy prophesying about you.
Ain't you know,
I agree with you. Issues about national issues also.
They don't talk about it. So it is sad, sir. From our political leadership to our religious leadership, they have failed us. Look, now we'll count something about the very Ghanaian. Look, leadership is everything. Everything starts and ends with leadership. Who besides I didn't a man for trial egu, a man for trial mukokwegu. Now me ya rubber no na abai ni shisha me de beton me ya then am When President Kufuor came and brought about the cassava starch, what happened? A lot of people started planting cassava. So the people are there. It is the leadership that must carve for them what they should do. Yaniha and Teseyano is don't we have opuni in court for fertilizer? Because government is here to encourage people to do what? To grow cocoa. Until everything people will plant, you know. And your government in Shisha, encouraging. And you know, if the government has taken hands off of those, what is the ordinary person going to do? Well, so everything begins and starts with leadership. And your problem has been said since Nkrumah left. Ghana has never had a consistent, visionary, selfless, patriotic leader. Okay. So we are stuck. Until God graces us with one.
Until God delivers us. Good evening. We are stuck. When you are one idea, there's no hope. What do you think?
Sister, evening. Patrick, also I saw any number one problem. I know these are the him for no back one. I am for no come.
Well, who to me introduce that element, no?
Yeah. Oh, and I make say it did be because also that down one now that down. Like I always tell us, you see, our honesty levels are low. So sometimes, like, why do you have a society that has low honesty level, and yet you want to reap the fruits of what high honesty societies, get? I that's our expectation. Meaning maybe a few. I said, well, at the end of the we are now in your home fashion. One person by you, but person we know all the good things of the world. It's like telling our class, oh, if you don't work hard and you just stay home and you are lazy, the world will just bring money to you and make you rich. It doesn't work like that. Don't want the amateur. It is something me who baby I'm disappointed. I'm like, okay, I don't know how long you've known Ghana. I don't know whether you know Ghana's history or something. Well,
but Patrick was talking about say leadership is everything. Say leader now, the proper direction and the nation will follow.
Oh, I agree. Say leadership to some extent it's everything, but leadership, they don't come from a vacuum, right? If over time you build an honest society, how do you expect that all of a sudden we'll just pick one?
Why never build an honest society, na mai?
So anything not religiously because it starts from there too. It starts from how we build our school system. It starts from the things that we tell our kids. What is education supposed to do? That is the whole point about why government control in education. Because we can all be programmed to think in a certain way and have a certain values. Boarding schools, bigger schools, Usually, you see that sometimes they have a certain, they saying, mindset, one maybe attitude be, and also big schools now, oftentimes, if they are doing well, you understand, how come that somebody went to this school and they are doing well? It's because that's how you groom people through the educational system. And education is not just classroom. You are meeting these other people. And they are all supposed to play that part. And system, system honesty levels near low across all levels. And even in business, they take what they call ethical leadership very seriously. In business school, they teach you ethics.
Yeah, but is the government not to be blamed in a society like Africa? Any system, so is government not the one to take the lead in formulating structure and any system? No.
And government will have to take the lead in formulating the outcome. But like you said, anything about Mia concept said he wants to work with the church and or the saying the chieftaincy institution. Me feel said to some extent a bit because.
So why has he not worked with the church and chieftaincy fund for 8 years?
She said, they are not recognize them as partners, effective partners, because they feel the church is sitting somewhere and then government is sitting somewhere.
Why haven't you recognized the church and the And they treat them as bona fide partners.
Yes, Obekaya Tamana Omo na schools and owned by these churches. Presby, Methodist. Those times you out me deep dance data no. Look at the level of discipline then, and then the level of discipline now I had to come out Abai. Because Abai has always proven everywhere in the world, not just Ghana, said they are more inefficient than the private sector people. It's America Abaha, federal government, Ukumania to the Biomoyan. Private sector, why are these people acting slow? BBI inefficiency. It's always the problem with government everywhere because
yeah, no, but I'm saying that 8 years, why has Baomian and Abai not led the process? Because the churches have been arguing for among schools the more. Why have they not even, because in the university, churches in Central University, church, university, Methodist university. Why have they not done the process and schools in my churches and back? If that is the way I bet me instill patriotism and discipline.
Well, why it's a problem that I think says you devolve you and see who the outcome, right? So maybe it's not seen say going forward and we have to do it. There'll always be a why something that's stopping that, but it has to start from somewhere. And I appreciate the fact that it's starting now to recognize that we have to work with this issue because Satan competition about Roman 4% mon kasi yeah student discipline, President 4% mon other school. Inti no na edema sa competition positive competition it me boama it me groom me better student. Chief tension no so you yeah Ghana this America how they don't care about rule and chief be baby out the constitution works across. But by system now traditional system no. We call the villages this are for now. Omudin here need to me take controls be, but yet 2 million in I then if you are munsam and the idea central government also cannot police all of us in our various corners. And I'm information I didn't authority no more in their areas no so they cannot also enforce certain things. And I must stand that no idea. I confirm over time. To me, did you say your mama holding? Now, your mama holding your son making sure say they will be accountable to our responsibility near the moment. Now, almost to me, policy, almost potemo. Some of the little things are happening within our local communities. You know, sanitation issues, they will be able to deal with some of these little community, and then government will have that free space to be able to focus on the much bigger stuff and help all of us. Let's think through how we can work with these other bodies and see how we can put a framework that also brings them to the governance and also hold them accountable at their local level. And I think, sir, it's me and
MPP because me so MPP ni mo scandal say koso and mo ton hotel no china mo sign me sign a contract 1 week. Mo ka dia mo ka fa NDC for Eston Cubic. But the next week I'll take you up on also here no. So communication fine. What to me sign contract I'm a company already 1 week. And this is one acquire be
sister if you 1 week mama be a question me na me name the details but me want me expertise me call Ghana me call be me company me call register na company in the books my register 1 week. Does that negate the fact that I don't have the experience in that field? Like I was trying to understand.
It doesn't, but you must have justification. That's a reason why law also require that Yabama Ghana company friends saying the company should be registered under Ghana law. Because definitely negotiations are 1 week now. Throughout the negotiations, no, was the company registered? And how much negotiations we are when your contract and sign will register because that raises a lot of questions.
So that tells you something happened before because registration
something happened before. The company ought to have registered to even get the legitimacy to even negotiate with government.
I see your point. Look at the sequence of the timing of the way things.
Because 1 week it doesn't got a contract to cry because my contractor. There's always this issue that you read the history of the company. If the company, a foreign company, no expertise in the area, fine. But at least the period of negotiations, the company ought to have been registered because our register can now start here. Normally, under Ghana company law, there's a promoter. I think US law, Christianity. There's a promoter of the company. In the company, there's no need. So if you're American or UK, it doesn't mean that their director should be in Ghana. There's a promoter that is leading the registration, a promoter that is the agent of the company that is in charge of the negotiations. After the company number, until later when your contract now, but at least there's a record that you are already registered. But 1 week, this is one area Momatin scheme near the judge Musesiano, more MPP, Momatin scheme.
I want to understand more of it.
Wa be chire mu
Stefia meji also.
Aha, chire mu.
Na te say.
Anya pa wo de chire mu.
Yeah, na me chire.
No, contract to any ra.
Stefia contract, Stefia me information no ha. Me information. No, Debbie say I didn't mean information, they mean to me make ho ase.
Oh, okay. Munya information so da.
Stefia me information no. Me information na obisa make ho ase. Stefia Okada. Stefia, I think say o man
you get na about me aso be na no so new information.
Maka na say you get no mo kan. Una me ba de mami maka you get no ase.
No ka Mahama de no you get.
Baby mami ka Mahama de no. Stefia mami ka Mahama de no. Stefia, I think say o man pay that Mahama nya the time na odim rebi ba for Okada say yem band no.
Okada na.
Okada, President Mahama, law, yeah. Or the law by so Okada, young bandit, you check it.
37 there, me 37 there, no 37
President
there.
Mahama Dubai. Or the Okada, no, yeah, not or sister, but Stefia, this is the final second a youth, no. Almost trans no moon said, man paying that Mahama, any a vice Baumiano, Baku or back in future because we share obi promises or bar or be training 1 million youth or IT. Who they all promise Okada? Why? Stefia, a chrome here, where you say your call centers, your call a uniano, a new chromia, your call centers in any UK. Or India near you.
Yes.
Ewo India, enu bi na Dr. Baomi apese oye wo Ghana no. That's all to Ghana, obetimi anya adwuma aye. Enu bi na Dr. Baomi apese oye no training youth no IT. No munye adwuma na de oba o si Okada. But Okada so no according to accident I see o Ghana no, Okada na number 1.
But just to battle the point that you said, in 2012 under Mahama, I'm passing law LI 2180.
Thank you.
That banned Okada. So you
Thank
were right.
you. The same person say Oba or say be law no ama Okada for insurance near the. That's if your insurance no prano. Omunim because if you cry even your car cry you insure your car if your area na out no. Unim say your share area na out no. Omo hye say e ho no say eyi wo ho a krono wo ho a sika ye ubetua no.
Yeah, ubetua.
Area na out om share area na out no. Enti the President Mahama ka Ghana obi enu a make sure say obeka say Okada no omo insurance because omo accident near more. Enti Ghana youth mun trans na mun say Dr. Baomiane President Mahama no ensunsuye wom ya say Ghana ya koyenim. And as if you get na some na world boss mbaka and I think say NDC for the sanomoti bibia omuntimi ye Dr. Baomi anka say utu kwan efri Ghana e na wo de o card ne kan wo beko wan kasa o se wo ba stay fear kromia you can no say fear wa ha you can wa ha o ba o passport no o red book no say we use the chip which na what udru airport what dey o passport ne kan ya na wo ko because udru ya afre ya say be check you because wo ba ya check you dada I say Ghana udru Ghana afre na wo ba immigration be even what bra crowd free high ko Ghana say if you look what bre what bra kwa di lie ten ye jojo e na Dr. Baomi aso wo Ghana card udru Ghana udenya sa wo free Ghana e ba brochuro udru Ghana now dey aka sana Dr. Baomi ebe kan sa wo Ghana card ufra brochuro ba obetimi dey tu kwan a NDC force nya no cram last make us me uncle me am dey the airport ne British book wanje visa the Ghana book na ewu ye duru ha mo ye na mbipisa ansa uncle na Ghana card no see ye na me je me dey ma e no no check odi ye ni bibia
I don't know be the mom to be the Ghana card to come mom tea of a
So if I'm sorry free UK have Ghana. Don't be that Ghana for now. Omo.
I know them who be. Obi uncle was so much of from say no dey allo.
Steph, you dey allo. Me see me uncle.
Yes, I be ba me dem who be.
The Ghana card. E from ya omo Ghana card no odi here ni odi buku ni odi here ni bibia. Ah odi ba Ghana.
Yo offer here. Mama na.
Steph,
Dr. Bawumia man apogusu kase bi eye wofa.
Senator Samna Kameka, ubam kamisa question. Brand champion Steph ya. Obedi now a minister, national minister.
No a minister.
That time no the company no a minister.
No a minister.
No a minister.
Almost started bidding no.
Almost started no a minister.
No about that time the
2019. You check it. No a minister.
But on your minister kwaso MP. So MP me.
Oh, fine. Oh, MP na se nipa no wo edwuma. Steph ya say me issue ni say dey all can support and say bid na obedi na mu da ho de a adena Ghana for kasa. Say mu da ho a offer right way. And wenya de a fine, but am I nya na man yourself say oye brand champion ti. Even edwuma o woni hotels away. Ya de Ghana omo ya de Ghana for no form enti yemfa let say the okay yemfa ma broni. Okay, yeah, Steph you have that.
Yo Mr. Medasi party on so adwencha so odi abai. Brother Richard, good evening. Mama wa che fache me why. Good evening.
Oh, well, yeah. This is the first time for me bad.
Oh, yeah, that's
because I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one only Hollywood for Namo.
No man, but Melana ye human into what to grow my hotel. Oh,
aye.
Mema Muhammad Abraka. Sao Kada and Miss Strom and take me a hospital human. How cry no more insurance papa a quan papa clan. And yet idea easy. Some to put a senior accident. Let us say Ghana airport potholes everywhere. Potholes, your father's wife, PAB. Now, Castle will card me by Miss Senna Black. 1.20 and with the M1 mile. Miss Senna. And a Ghana also know idea about woman say discipline in you home. And also live from Ghana. You need discipline. BBSC, now you can call to Krana. That party about Australia could be wanted Donald Trump nearby or Republican. But a buy is a Republican, yes, sorry. I could nature say we could Donald Trump.
Oh, right, Richard, a bisu di nature, a bisu di nature.
Chikrana, or Munkoye Kiki said Ghana, a book of your crack woo. Oh, a bat is a Kodemo on Kodemu. One Koye, it be a Republican for they could be check with them. There is one as some winner. On Ghana, BBC, I bet picture of some can hear near the MPP, NDC, I be with them. Now some night basa. Obi we are obi then the party when the power of fast woo yen. Young teacher for NPA woo ye, MPP, I will be coach Kuni. I said, yeah, basa, how many years? I said, 20 years of crowd in the Pacoy, the Pine, the Pen Pine. Your president, we are him a quiet fast, your autopsy, and never be a crumb, be a Syria. The Pancana woman every year, you share quiet. Woo ye. By yesterday, BBC and one say, you become media for another media for them. Mubaka, by telling you, Matamon. American media, be the whole become straight because media on the government in the Developmental can answer party in the Developmental. Media, some bar or become or become somebody more become city because we're going to say a politician be out of the Developmental. Oh, Ghana media also know, or you could this Kakaklawa, as some of the whole party. Was so because of Cape or Nano, the other bottle. Oh, we are making before the feeding. To can be a single carrier was true. And then a man, your whole chili discipline. Civil servants, the idea is a politician, but civil servants is woman. And you're very dangerous because I say, the driving license card living them seen. My friend, DBLA, DBLA. I can't catch him say, me send 1 million lana on your research for my lances and all. I'm catching some master. Menti say lances here research wo ho.
Ai. Oposika di. They say because they offer change system no. Papa bi awaba we change system to wa mutumi ye utua 2 million mo express dia wo ho na mbe ye bonds digital bibia na opɛ de omudi DHL ye de bebra wo fi omo 3 categories nti obeju ka na edi wo
obeju free dey na say research dem TV o person verify and so be say o ye research share me different pie no because last is a na ya na me no story or see Golo boys be a bit my fake I'm saying last is I am here fingerprint it is research be anyhow if you are there no more yeah no catch us there more yeah mo many people we are not catch us at office na me ba no catch us break one I'm counting cause me ko you be am pass straight and yeah o ba me go phone pa sama ko passe that is thing that no ko ya me hunu mo oh sa no ma we nyina no e mama me ko so because Adriano, we panic for ya man go straight. I don't know what will be so. Agent. Now some me buy will be permit that high. I will buy what the agent buy. No catch a massa. Agent is go do a new warfare. The person wow back. Now me hear investigation. I'm who be the entire would fee. I will back. Will be dying. Sana no me can say
Ghana for na civil service for na problem.
And a problem.
Okay.
Well, tell me the politician, but civil servant, Katato woman, almost she's office and getting to them, only a problem. Oh, the man, you know, a problem. I'm telling you.
Problem,
your problem.
True. What very child, you know, so man, I got a problem. I buy my mama good evening. I'm friend and up good. They are the network, not to connect with
Nyamia the most sister.
I'm the network, no problem,
Vodafone the funny.
It's almost the same telecell me boy.
Telecell.
Me too.
You made them I'm in share no for you.
Yeah, that's it.
Common no. Me per se a professional kakra last time they were ni me papa who said there was a
what I never queen, you're professional. I never queen.
They are called a professional. Me wa asem kakra bi a me di to bia na Ghana for atiase say ade bia eye Ghana ni na eye bia ni nim say nye possible da erunti na say wa hwa nipa bebre fi say Dr. Baomi Tronko na wotwa because eye Ghana ni na pese oya ade wi ya broni aye bi it is say enye possible ena wo hwe no so a ena me do bewura eye private sector yesu so na ya ye di nkomo say private school and public school se wo hwe mu pa Ghana ye we wo hwe wo mu bu Ghana pa ke say private sector enye public no private sector pa na e bu Ghana ke say instead if you are na Ghana how many times na wo say private sector bi ebie porter bi say me recruiting crowd
private companies.
What is
LinkedIn? Is there?
They can Ghana as a mum.
Ghana as a LinkedIn say Ghana companies need to use. They recruit there.
They say
job recruitment pages which say my jobs. And then they recruit people from there. Now labor office Ghana no yes. Labor office omo fan for that. Na bogu wana pokwa mana santiko over imam bacho kasanta na pokwa samba bi na network natiko
okay sister Via is saying
adomoso
boko so it's here nyumle nkomo idea in fact say dream Ghana say oti ha now compare Ghana say the nemesipa sometimes it's so sad but from me I think I've seen Ghana is changing. And I've seen a good thing is coming to Ghana because the Ghana for Nipana or Ghana now mindset I've been a good woman. Was a canyon not in Crawford no Mukuskuno. Na Ubia Pese or Kusku we are in Kalbina office no at na table si ho, maybe a books ho no yeduma. But now no, I think say Nipano Anyantias say so we school anam say we need money in intino. He trying to more than say or no be baby no. Now no technical school, no, I can see say people are get interested. Omo shall say omo course schools because can you say na amount from background say wa I can say wa one good grade no and alcohol. But now no, I've seen say individuals in Nipano my last me guy could be himself also or use go tech now or Kumasi or machines are a full some machines in behind. I've seen some in the Sanema winning ananka a bit manya she be a nipa almost sad being who say I do maybe I shall see fika crabby na kwa kese. And they say nipa no ya dream a dine course sa entrepreneurship no ni adina. I think say a bit wapa na dia kind say kwaya a bit manya share a bit wama so be person sa yuma we see a bit ma bua amo a bit because yen Ghana for na yen a bit be do mind say jama aho na on obepe ni sika no wako
Sir.
tina say e kan say threat kakra bi dollar so a na dollar sinkisa no e ba sa no munyina e withdraw musika there's a Ghana for so na ka e bi sika na e your mind na dem fi sika nko ba bia
so support say ye the bibi Ghana ni say ye chen ye ne be ma wo
yeah say it me bomodin say bit me because ye na e build your mind and I wo hwe I think say ye na e build your mind and nyema bit me aboyen ama kind because all abrofu ni ya there's no difference prepare for mo call competition robotics so na we ne so me shumikani me ba kroma say me ko London University College kokoye short course just to know say shumikana na me ni Ghana no and ya dia ya no hasen is there any difference meet me crash actually on Facebook me the pictures be at home there's no difference. Difference na a woman difference a woman machines are use any materials na use no. So process na cost if so here in pabo asem ni ade the same thing. But na in suban so e dey Ghana no say the na nyume na e ka ho asem ni the Pentecost so for na e ka no. And also another problem. So because say the 60 no any abewo hase e fe e maya the kind when you made in coma. Sometimes I say like I say a diff force no many ideas like obane obabinya toka school ma. I say ka po akola no many ideas was say no. No. Say the ka wa. O say on person be obabe defeated. Sa na mani nyina no o mu abotre. Sometimes o kasa na o ka sem bi anya. Oh daddy, you shouldn't say that. So it is a ni maybe one kitinkiti be on ma and say it mbomodin near chere said na say my back you know say it didn't na ya say curriculum aye omoye school say ne beboa and I so awofun who say charity begin at home yes so awofun aye tete e man so no we have a bigger part to play pa ni things it
mbomodin na na politicians ye wo ye de na omo so wo mo de ni nyina problem na be ti change direction o man ko no
imagine say who the one day say oh your program now they to us say abroche for e wa say ye disappoint e wo Ghana who this ka e komo bi say won si dan ma who this ka mo bi say onye bi ma be hwe say mama ko be ka kire so it is go for ya na baba
so because talk kwawu e na ho weka awa fan boy si omo so munya adwuma yi ya fan wo adwuma mu akowia 1 billion na CCTV camera capture na ye no
na sani pa
ya ma wadwuma akowia sika wo adwuma mu sani pa wo be bi cost o chi na odi sika kwa abrocho no se me magana bi wa so
sani pa we dim no oba be minister obey minister the same thing to ministers na any politicians na ebo machi no ya mfomu mfi Burkina ni Moloko na eba they are coming from Ghana and they said the mimi suban amebo na chi no etie no the same thing am so metie now only say minya kodu ni position so where ally asama oka sometimes ally so also win here even na no be adwuma uso be NDC no MPP na do have oluma for more party okoya na say obai
Yeah, but no, on my betcha, it takes leadership. Said Nana Patrick Mambekano. Say leader no embo krono a wa udi lechi no kwa because ye Ghana for ya okasa omunye omunyina be du abroche pese omun wiade ho. Omunyina be du abroche omunye back. It shows you say where there's a disciplined leadership no, it trickle down to form no. We are bonica you be forced to change. Because Ghana for nkole yo mu wiesi ko mu du Dubai afem omun tumi nye omu show ko Dubai ko wiade be tonsa. Ghana so to whom you know, no the fear, no we bro ni cheese. So
Any easy.
Obani, mama no was a very man. I in patron ma good evening there kwaba.
And then the factor in the dino, my changing phone into the factor.
Ah no, I have because me want to make it me tell me him so why here na kasa ni the end any problem kwa.
Over if you have a chair, and then about what.
That's them say what you matter masasa.
And that's some 12. Now, since the na of a cake, me do hitro, me make up.
I order Ghana car.
Why, Juma, my passport on my J. I'm so much card here. Into the Okano and Yanoko.
Over came but yeah, you say also Ghana car do it through Anyamo.
And Yajuma. Oh, I don't credit. Oh,
go can I say hitro no one.
On so no say obejada brow.
No, but Ufri Ghana and Eba now Ufri hitro and Eco Ghana.
Bagala. No, me said I am out.
And
oh, I don't credit. When I just focus on you, I'm now cut the guitar from and it's a network to call you.
The guitar, some
no. And baby, I'm before this.
Because network no problem.
Now, I know, what's in your crooked web, I know.
Oh, you crooked.
I know. And you fence with the and you come out here, how many minutes? Nothing so network.
Yeah, my gun and I own it and say it's how. But one more which in a moon is I say, and say how. And say, and that's why Ghana was yes,
that only a problem.
But your Debbie.
A handful politicians in our software.
Sashem with me are all
kinds of
issue several times.
A crowd, sister, a cry old John to a hand on will be a bonnet, we go to Ghana to a group of
when they no cray, and no cray.
A crow be a bonnet, will be or in the better to survive on the John to a hand, no copacho, and me a jelly panel. It will be sister Fiasa, and then in Cadola, a 3 cities are Guardian about Minabeca. In Quanaman, the dollar bay campaign. In Quebec economy once. There be no more number of Bosso. Recently, or Cape Coast, I think this week and last week.
I am saying we picture no crime. Say marketing for, but what you say, Nini, or quite fast upon with the man.
This is a very bold. So for being a bold, a bushel question, sir. 2008, Ubano. Now say, young for your somewhere bottom. Now you have the economy here. Now you found trouble. Nene, or no share, send the economy in. Into the all be young from May up to December. Nagana for I want how Mokaka. One question I answer the man. Was he reacting baby? I think. No site Canada, or site UK, no Australia. Shako now they are comparing now. Greater a year per hour, any minute you're gonna. Into Newcastle would UK and Germany and baby I walk on and you compare. So they know your case study there. And you better measure equally say, send a day and sign our say and share the bar. It doesn't work like that. They need discipline, MI and you didn't correct. You bet me a site example, baby, since from 2008, about me a car went to the end of the show. It may me about me maintaining or can't say me a corner and a car maintaining. Oh, that Memo Muhammad.
Oh, yes, I'm not working. Nana Pokuba, yes, I'm not working. I'm compared to
See, I know. Near some Mahama, near you, the free so. Conversation with Mahama Cram, Baumia, in a Yebu Obu mine, one a Kufado. There's nowhere because, so I said, or make example, say, or a driver's plate. Nanapoku, so would you fool mammy, enemy uncle, see and dog. Now, fear anybody not a fool no eye ye. Na me try no oh dear for no to be and some more. Na me try no home say, oh, no falanya say more falanya to you. From my mother, mamma, met you a we a fool or the money.
Okay. What about here? Tobona Napoku, you are Napoku. What do you have to do? Compared to Mama.
Come on, as a Bequaku remnant will be a Casami Crapatica, Mimim Crap.
Okay, what I can watch some of Pesoka.
Yeah, mind Ghana na, yeah, di home comosan. More which any day. Obina enya adwenepa abrofono hwa adwenepa ikura wonum de bia me wasembia meka se obi firi Ghana kwa abruchi no omie SSC bi omie bi wantimi anko training college wantimi anko university ba watimi anya adwuma a wo ye wo ho nipa ne ba Ghana no aka se o abruchi de me ya aban adwuma watwa tro akire ni nuanom omo Ghana also what kind of creature say young crown crabby ne be numa na ye kwa ye nya biye ba ye ntwa ye man Ghana ye Ghana for ne ye sum esikafo na obi ebie ne company ye yaboa ma company na page wo say o give it back to the society no na say nipa ni nyesika wo de ware ma do Ghana for yesikafo subai omuwum wo de ware ma do wo de eno na wo wi a no ba be di nkomo se omani mu cheba sister fiate abrochi ono
enti na boku pacha so mo ka se Ghana ye din na mo de o musika ware menti na mo ka
me kasi asem so se ukrasika de wo wadwe wo tim nyina se memma nipa wo menchen anase nipa wo Ghana ha no ho ato mo nyesa na Ghana iska 40 abai ba no abomodin se private sector be disque ba be she private sector private sector no so individual bi dia onu no nya sika na se sika no de fa marketwa na wode ware ma dodo no wasa
problems na yes ka for mu do musika
me kasi asem so eti na me di ka se private sector no ya dia eku Ghana for yen hwa de
there be na boku abroche nyina sika for no mo pe small
mehusa ba Ghana ha na ye wo no esikafo dodo anase omo ankrankra etimi abie nyuma no omo moa ude busia se private work na for emududo se na emududo se na wo senate emududo se obi kira ade wo private school enso se nipa no yenye senate bia ma no
se for na so mo kwachi school kro no
agude insurance bia oni insurance bia
senate for kwachi omo dis kind of first class go up and down
eno na senate for ko sesi a obeba be ka se ya ban no ne pese ogu nadwuma hwedende papa kwasi ndum na ma wo keka papa kwasi ndum wa na atena ase gu bank Ghana commercial bank ene eye GCB no mo branches dodo say nipa individual wo pese every your friend is a district bia wunya branch ana wa wo mismanagement na di gu bank you wa na de say wo bank utimi koto bank e wa America
abana ko board no besia abana ko
enya abana board be say you obi ti ma me show on record
already Bank of Ghana internal report so it said there was breach of corporate governance rules
obi
the companies now that omo problems a lot of those banks they didn't manage them well
obi a wono no koya abanya dwuma wo ene kobo ho bosia nya aban ne kobo ne bosia yenti asesa eti private sector no ya ade a enkofu bebre ye adwuma se wo mu di pesika de ama wo ho ene wo na busua fa
na boku nti o problem o point na say Ghana nyina na private sector na Ghana problem
na say ye ka say government failure there private sector so failure because aban ba was said this guy question
private social contract don't hear na there's a social contract between aban and the people who put aban there the people don't have a contract the only contract between private sector any ordinary people need a business contract the all pound or Toby. That's it.
Sure.
I'm not the only thing that be able to me or corporate governance responsibility. And it's embedded in their company policies. And but there's an obligation, constitutional duty on Abai. Now, for why you say it's a constitutional duty, no? Say engine come private sector now. Now you're talking about private sector.
Obey rules, private sector, schools, private sector, and business private sector. Nipa na abane de contract man onya contract ni wia. E die na wo ya aboa wo no a wo no wo ye adwuma no. Eno asem na mbese me kama ni sisu.
Rapo ku ye wo labor laws wo.
Short ase.
Abane ye adwuma the laws must work.
Enti o man na ye wo. Ye o man na ye. Okay, open me too.
Mama akasa akasa. Now okasa asuma okenya no de ko bu private sector no so. Question on person bu say measures then la abande egu kwemu a ebua private sector. Two,
enu so na private sector wase we interfere
mami yusu sabenia brown mami yusu
one in town
sabenia brown mami yusu despite as example if I say despite ya ebia tax ebia 100,000 about percent despite the fight any more we be say okay instead of if I say tax 100,000 na utia no so we to be for ebia nipa 100 memo utia 50,000 who measures how the be kwemu no in the better private sector no the ono so be na wo say obi afọ obi adwuma no ontua later emra wo hono mo say e wo say emra ni di na wo aban wani mre na wo enforce law na nipa no a empo obi no dey no be so e
na say individual na kabo ma ye benya aban o this if you say say individual and ye kabom and benya aban me tie bi echi na bi metimi abaye president wuti ochi abetimi abaye president eti ya gain sachra na as individual na ye ka private sector no hwe mombro wani na wono wo private sector hwe bra wo mobre eno asem na sister if you say ye ka se private sector no sa aban na manani ko kese ya na se or putting measures into place. I mean, I don't know the 100% may agree.
Now, Bogu, in private sector for years, Gasha.
Oh, money, but some
pass me a new mom. Pass me a new mom. You have more entertainment allowance. You have more clothing allowance. You have more security for. Yes, they are buying diesel. They are power your radio stations 24/7. Now, private sector can show you the constitutional.
Papa kwesichum. Minyini se ofiti ya no peja joy ne adoma ne be ya adomo.
Now ni bra obre yansa no yes ah.
Ana me je say
that's why tenchene ne ade ko here kwa no bra obre. You know na bogo ye argument dey na fa na bogo. Argument dey pa dey na fa. Me na me ka cho fa. Private sector. Ono ko titi ni bobre mu brebi a wakobo wa broche no dey abesi company o say on no onye dey. Irreverend Apampacho, good evening Apeni.
Good evening. If you have that, sister, mama, I can't answer me.
Yeah, that's the open. Kesi.
I kakra na make fa I gate na mo say vice president person oye na. Menye politician anyway. Me kase free UK.
Okay.
Say me ba hase no ma ba be sua computer engineering. Ama mahu se ndia bebre horo mu ase Ghana yenim na sense yenim onti no obi kan wo se anya possible ade bia isolated learning is dangerous se woni mu a obi se ne obi kan anya de betuma ye me de se obi ba kan se anya possible but possible in a sense se ufri abrochira se na wo ko Ghana me Ghana ni na se ukura abrochira passport wa to say be a Europe passport, UK passport, and not visa. kwa emra o say say o cross country ko another country bi illegal omo fine flight e do buy no yemfa say o ko do Ghana now you illegal na Ghana for hun say wa be wuram illegal na say o di nema bia ba be wuram flight na do buy no you fine
Yeah, fine no. Okay.
you find this flight no nti say o free say yakọ Ghana flight ni make sure say we okay ansa na wafa nti say wo free say na kura EU passport na wo kwa Ghana omo check ehwe say obi bia you okay wo visa wo dey ko say wo ye Ghana ni me before na me ye Ghana me was EU passport ni bi nti me ka personal case na me ni Ghana card no na me je visa nso na me ye Ghana ni ansa na makọ Ghana ba me ye Ghana card no wudri airport immigration now would the Ghana card ne kire omo now the EU passport na be sa dia ba no e kire omo akwa ma akọ
Okay. Okay.
na say there's a ube wuremu a o return from Europe Africa na another country bia na o ba obo automatic gate ya wodo passport no to so ebie obie ni ho a wo check wo wode to so na ebia ma na twa photo dabi o ba wo fẹ́ EU passport no say it be the EU passport no ewuram wo Europe electronically I register we say ampa card na twa photo a say machine twa photo say passport yi correct wodia wuram obi ansecho upi adakwa yi uniema uniema ne se bia wo kodom believe se bia mo suspect ya na bere na custom for bia at random ene kwabo frɛ at random yes what me ewuram api eti se mbawo mi ase obetumi ayama yen card no ufuri abrochire ba na du Ghana senia EU for to be di be wuram wo Europe yen check wo no possible.
I think Obianka saying possible. People were saying so on Chile, how is he going to do it? Now technology for be on be useful and yes, I never also be saying. So people are just raising legitimate questions. I don't because you were pointing he will any be.
Secretary be said Obi can or platform no say and the sa app no we be useful utiaka. Secretary be any.
Open here, you from Ghana there. Open here, Busa secretary. I was my young Busa. Yeah, any West means you from the omoye. Why? It's a legitimate question when they just want to know. So technology being on bay use how much
Obi can say abrochira kra and say the passport no ebe wuremu app bu ha utiaka anya no kra
there be opening why to the amunya opportunity no check-in advanced check-in into omo signing on to advance check-in no mo be prevent TSA no omo download the app na watua omo ye America omo ye minimum UK ho de ba America omo ye
no say check-in na o kan de say de obi a ye do internet so obi a ye
check-in omo ba ko eno omo friend clear say bibisa o jump
priority na okay
so priority business class and first class and no they have another one that you don't go through America for friend TSA you don't go through that nti tobo omo come there o mu kro mu asem nya no bi na ba omiaka no ba omiaka e-pass asem so that you skip the security you know
I say e-pass just what they are to show na check you na me boa yes sir
yes but then no nya no mu busa legitimate questions e bebo ye ka na ebebo ya ka hu sika be yesen how long these are all legitimate questions obeni because Ghana COVID ba sika ya di etua or airport be si no obi emu nkonta sometimes obi busa question nya ne bonne so but they just want to know
if you are sebebo ya carry don't just possible anyamboa
yeah but ebebo ya ka we must know whether we are getting value for money openi ya no dey here and you say the fact ebebo ya kan ti bibia na akodi akire so won openi ye dey here ansan sankolada hospital no munya beda ye share no ansa na wako e-passport ana ho
ye ka development ya ni nyina ka ho
openi enkwala so da form so ka ho e kan development ho
ani de e no kra enkwala da form enkwala da form ya no kra
they are asking questions you let them ask questions conclude this they are all asking questions ebebo ye ka na ebebo ye ka ya he no why dey betua. So these are all legitimate questions in Bajo Mudibusa.
If you are okay, I can be a question, but me can't find one say be one man and yanukre. Send a cast a gun and corada from Yadi. Now we last week, mastered by a yare. Emma ambulance by farm. Me quite not 24 8 hours. UK you know that na empire ma UK how na empire do na ye makunyum 8 hours
the
na
UK empire man ti yanda for me okay
no
ana.
no. That is not my point. If you are the me person make can say I want you to be a bad and just intimi nko yanim ana bibia betu be yes na no just intimi nko
But
yanim
your camera ni ye na wo so nti ehu anim kra fe de wani
sorry
man san there be time
after
talk na be
so me can say nipa na fam no and ye nyina ye wo mo wa betimi de baba beboa okay that make sure they say yentimi ka say e bia nipa eda fam anko anti bibi wa say ya yentimi ye aban adwuma no efa all sector in the country say so yi fa ba bia koye ho adwuma kokko anso a ye ho adwuma so ni nyina efa ba bia enti say aban ne so wo ba me menye politician adwuma but ade betima ye possible ne say nye possible and then me person me say betima ye possible because ye adwuma ba
obi any wa waka say nye possible obi anka say nye possible. I think that what they were saying say ehun hia ma yesisi ana because obi a wetu kwan ko Europe ni ade bi anim say this you know there's e wo hodada nti I don't think so obi me hu mom de so obi aka say one time ba ma good evening no nti o de
well Martin me dase so na me say nti am be wura mu
ni ba che dase bebre obani man nti o.
Yes, that fear good evening. And then to be fair, initial conversation, not many anti. Instead, I need a rare partner, but a subsequent discussion with the viewers and on name cancer or more contributors in a man arousal me interest. I'm the baby. One thing I'm personally emphasizing is whoever comes online or on the show to say enye no korese obetim the Ghana card yakono Ghana bia obwa. I traveled to Ghana last year on more than me traveled to Ghana I think that 2022 to 2023 me call Ghana 4 times. None of which yes, me the manye visa because British passport manye visa 1 ewu. Me di nyina koye. I travel via Amsterdam. Yes, me Ghana card account. Enti o ye check in na. Omu busa o fere forms. O omu ya omu say bia this a British passport number ni shawa. No omu kasa o different card and also with different alternative admission. And also o visa to the destination country no. Enti unya kasa o be as a visa now to the destination country. And then they will expect the visa when you go there. But in my case, mini visa, and I says alternative. An alternative, either you are holding a Ghana passport or Ghana ID card. To me, very forms, I use Ghana ID card. And I provide a number, a shame. Once I went to the airport, they checked and took my Ghana passport, my Ghana card and authenticated it. And that's it. Me do Amsterdam, I may board the same thing. They never check anything about my visa. But before that, me Ghana visa on about 3 or so occasions to go. I couldn't go. And se bia obi kasa nya no kra. So you can say so, ebia minyini because ebia minya the experience or maybe somebody confirm or enchre me. But don't say enye
categorical say nya no kra when you have not experienced.
Yes, because somebody the real fact say wunnim no enchre say bibi ni ho. And everyone is not no one is fully repository of knowledge. Bibi owa will be nim obi bechirew. Then you take it on board. Now we move on. And I think say gradually nyina should come to accept say Ghana no fundamental change kakra. I think say na obusa yenua ba question bi say adentina oba mission schools ne on konba by 7 years nyina no onye sister via
No government can be able to achieve everything within the 8-year period. No government. And two bed set system, and the subsequent, say be a building. Then somebody so be no so abede. So even let's take how long it has taken national health insurance. Say even so almost standing on feet. It has taken President Kufuor by up to now. No, me sure say over 20 years. But after na yen na betima dia to me say health insurance and say stay. After na enya adwuma correct pa. Enti ba ye no na that time no ye gu na. Now na nke ye adwuma no. Enke mfa so be ni benya fi so. Enti sometimes no policies ebi betima ba say direct beneficiaries they might not necessarily be the people now we implement but direct beneficiaries a generation to come. Yeah, independence. Almost fighting for independence. How many people benefited from the independence? Even 1992 constitution, now you enjoy freedom of speech. Do we know the number of people who have suffered out of it? And some even have died in the course of the struggle for this 1992 constitution. And it's not everything. And the dream here say, and then media experience and let us always appreciate policy be might have a consequential effect on generation. For instance, if you look at and let me read it, let me quickly say they said about mini beba. And let me read it and not a last this week na me say Dr. Baumial say dialysis as it say before 18.
Yeah, the account dialysis, the account NHIS on. And I'm very happy about that. So money mama
exactly. You have been a very vocal and advocate for this. Do you know? And I read a candle. A member of the opposition party, a political gimmick. Meanwhile, no, you could have asked for the policy, the statement to be a chile and pamobayano. Or say a political gimmick. And then
I know they are politics can ignore
agree,
but that TV3 for said NHIS to cover kidney dialysis free of charge for children under 18 years and for adults over 60 years. Any ages in between pay half. More in Kola Mundi 18 or they are buying for free. Or more 60 years near they are buying for free. And now those who are in between 18, and then maybe 59, or they are buying for half of the cost. I think this is because they are making
exactly. And unfortunately, I won't go through that. Even if the abino class will throw what you would say a political argument. But it's a idea back when young fan chimney say politics na ye divided. Idea when they be a union becano. The other political parties need to be so. Then now acquire tag of war. Then the importance of it and the benefit what any pabinyano because of it.
One in Tampa network no. At the committee to Mama, good evening, Akwaba.
Yeah, we know good evening. Now,
I don't know why.
Me say me message me dem or me phone number no to me dem Paul ne.
What's your message out here then?
Me send you me number. I think say Facebook Messenger na me send it.
And me who but Odi Ben how you soon ho.
I do chum na Benson
okay.
Na me use.
Then I'll go and look for it. I'll look for it. Okay.
Yeah, na me wajuma papa o ye pa.
Yeah, that's it.
Na unim some we say na ye gusu kan politics there me mani je ho pa. Na ye count from 1981 nanke besi 2000 and Sana Lawrence from Tamo de Baya or few or Nesenka Kumasi to Accra Highway and Nesenku to me. When to me I know Anna, yeah, that's what you want your hospitals, yeah, schools, yeah, highways, yeah, industries, I can say from that time no be 2000 mu ho no si e kase Ghana ko nanimu a na ye boa Ghana anko nanim ye papa Kufuor ba ebe fire at that time no na me district engineer e na omu eco starting so omu ko epic e ho no munu no e na omu starting say omu build other chip compounds ni other schools na Ghana ye lack a lot of infrastructures. And if you want to ye papa Mills ba mu no akona animu kakra. President Mahama so abefa akona animu kakra. Say ye papa what me abefa akona animu pa. Ye papa Kufuor. Me say Kufuor. Akufo-Addo government na etimi abefa Ghana infrastructure from that 1992 at the core in Fourth Republic we say no or the akona animu because now, Ghana, a lot of infrastructure has gone out.
What type of infrastructure now can one say me?
There were roads. If you may say Miami class.
Oh, what do you? What do you? Where you na? Okay, what's on baby? What do you? What network need to call? Oh, now infrastructure anti-mention infrastructure area to grow.
Right. Accra Kumasi dualization or more ye. Miami classmate, Mr. Damso, Ebiame Boniti Kansem. He's part of the contractors, engineers or more so. Oko
Kumasi dualization, my question because President Kufuor you could see. I think soon, and I know some to us from soon. No,
Ebeja half no to horse. I some send you videos so I say half no. Madam for Damso.
And I'm aware of that, but I'm not owning it because now let's canasa. But they added $50 million to extend it to Bunsu Junction.
Oh man, found Madam for Danso, or Munombabe ye. May send new videos, no.
No, but I think many John Gidisuya was reporting for his ministry. Oman could do a trade to say President Kufuor. Because President Kufuor did it extensively. But President Mama Atamos by them said they needed some money. Next can be a could contractors. Yeah, but he paid the contractors additional $50 million. That's one I'm aware of that. I am aware that Atamos to contractors additional $50 million.
$50 million now, but construction Ankoso at that time, half of the cost of
monitoring. I remember very well. Oh, a year first.
What you may send you video no Miami classmate.
No, me, I was there. I reported. I was a journalist. I reported.
2018 and one more USA construction. I send you some video no at 2 page.
Yeah, but it won't be entirely accurate if you say Atamos Anyahi. Because he did part or he continued from
part now almost 30 and OYB. But the American say Saros when we know Nanka ye papa Mahama buy and continue ya. And Ghana road infrastructure and Kayakoyanim. And then this is a CIA border rose Yakwan. Because Michelle Rosa and from 1992, ABC that time was in Kiyaya and Ghana and Kayakoyanim. But minimum say Ghana be in Kakra. So, and you know, the me pesa me can say Mahama de wonu waba be yebi. And now what Bejina Honum says, and a campaign message or the nominee say Obama Okada a legalizing Okada a Juma Sabi Odima young guys are young youth for Mario school say or Munkonkoye. Obi promises obey training kwala for IT. No Matimia Koma Nimu in knowledge, no. Would you all say Omo Mario school no Obama Okada? Sana 19 a year friends 2016. Okoto headpants and or the ma kaya yefo na eyemi ya because me tena bimbila na me hwese enkolanke to wo se no mu ohianti no mababedu your friend is a krom ha no na wo se chenjira nche a omo nkoso anema o mapampamu dia adai enne obi bae no si no me din kola ibe ko school enne ye nya kaya yefo a sebi omo abeye nurses ebi abeye teachers but ye papa Mahama wo ho no no de wo se wato pan Amu say Omufanko Kaya. Ebi no abegina honuma oka okada asemu. And they see also osan baby mu a we are pregnant say and they say ono na san ba power biem because say ye ka say yes Mahama and somebody 4 years biem now ono no free education and kwalani bi anya kwan a omako no almost anti-bro much because on what you can't know on 2 billion cedis are on fan free education. But I could follow by and almost a day in the hall. There be a Mikasa when we say why ban one no dear or no until if you know why ban won't course at school because Satam near to me pass a common entrance. I say pass no way if you be a bit older. What pass a common entrance in the Crumpuna, Ukita common entrance, results. Yes, it pass no way because a Ghana Yenim kwala bebre na abusuafo bebre ye no mo tena classroom they were very brilliant than us. Enti no ye koye nimu Ghana no ekoye nim ebeye yesu because ye cars are you get we say America had mo no obi kan o say eye clear who could do airport on mo no ye friend clear maybe obi on my app so me go do say and one say my ye na mo check na media kwa wura TS enum. So enti obi be gina o say oh enya you get now all can ntumi nye the same thing na no mo ka say yes Ghana card ntumi fa nko Ghana papa you be kasa say so what is what kire mu say no or the akọ Ghana more than 3 times.
Yeah, but I say enya no I think most so more communication begin mo ye say Ghana card no but what he was saying so ordinary passport any Ghana card the two of them saves you from the visa. What I say, yes. But initially, I about me in the office for the can they were making it look like Ghana card don't bet me the work.
Ghana card and they say so when your passport
because be identify oh yes.
And be identify. So ain't ye koye nimba o me the new technology and dey Ghana. Ye bomode say ye be koye nim asin ba bia ye duru no. But ye duru say see and ye nya de ye pet because we need good infrastructure. Roads na ye building no. Mahama ba obeja to ho ontumi ma meye
and a rose na mahama ye ne rose na mahama ye ne
wonu yenya affordable house en so no obeye wanye
there be na o see rose asem rose ni say e can so dey here that through yenya mahama no mo ye
or building be but akufo ado no ma beye more than the building ye enti e pese ye koya nimu di ya ye di
se ba rose ka ho adwuma ye so we look at one no abeye because there's also a record there's data there to verify
enu de o man kasa matie mahama 2016 State of Nation address okay 3,772.
Then we will look at the records. Yeah, we have the data. We have Ghana Road Network data. No, we'll look at that. Open for Anusina,
because there's a difference between developing country and developed country. And in Ghana, a developing country. Kakra. And Kolana Omuko SS, no more we are impacting knowledge in them. They will come and work. So want me and Ghana Duma Anya obet media to find America say or Barnes or even high school kekra. Adumo Benya and bet Ghana no I say oh and will be to me back I say oh and Omudo Muko school Duma Benombe. It is a unique and say a lot of fine.
Okay. You I open your do to me. Open I'm back with him but you. Yeah, that's the only back. I'm back with you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. You was right.
Sometimes I'm petting Bessie, and I'm in the last Monday. Oh, Padibi or UK or Cassenby, I really agree with him. MPP guy, but Cassenby. Also, Ghanaians, we are also either that we are young Kanaka. Mankandam, Mankana and Kanaka. Sabi, I know that Papaya Cassisi. Then you try the correctness was still. Our preconceived idea today, Professor Mansa Bayashi. Before Makomai Samdo, Padi Bakase Sisia, Obisa, offended, also there, a whole president, when you share if you are open from it, and the Masana keep you. I've said it as several places. Ubibiara, was it Professor Mosunu, H, or the Bear politics. I will personally take the person on. I don't know if you said or share autopsy. Professor Moso in sometimes even Kasa excuse him to say other by Christine or Ogun. What has that got to do with anything?
Oh, the withdraw now, then I withdraw. I didn't say as a man. Oh, Uncle Baguzi.
On my career, but my withdraw. Opede, Professor Mason autopsy or in Obusi, Uncle Busi, Fino Kibisa on the denture. What's the account of Habazi? Health insurance or cover dialysis, right? My age is 18 to 9. 18.
From already below 18, a ban befa into one chia. And I'm paying you for already 60 and above, no, so I ban befa dialysis in your wound. Then I want away between 80 and 59. No, or no, a ban befa half into one will both your half. Now ban half.
Is it in effect another 8-4?
It will. That let me look at it.
If it will, sometimes communication. If I know you understand what I'm trying to say. If it will, and it is, say catch a message. I want to call Alison or if free. Oh yes, what about you? It is if it will.
Every project there's always a starting point, and there's always like so if the starting point has not started, because sometimes it has to go through some process. If it's a policy, health committee will come in and they will okay before they will roll it out. But they said that they are to cover. So on starting.
But Akando is on the health committee, So if Akando is on the health committee, not all others of a political gimmick. Why should me a citizen have a problem with it? Because he is there. So what's happened? Why
as a member of the committee, should Akando not be critiquing there? What time is this policy starting? What will be the initial cost of the policy? Instead of just saying gimmick, because this is what we want. I can't do no consensus for when you're thank
you.
Leave the painting instead of just doing politics. I think I can't do but I think to blanketly say that is a gimmick is unfortunate.
Only
reason I say
only reason sorry kadam.
Only reason, but I know that the reason is there. I know the only reason, but it's also political. I mean, from where I sit. It's politics too. But aside the politics, I mean, because of kidney. Because of kidney. So kidney issues, okama. And I know that I can't also name consultancy for by all means there's one or two who have kidney. So the question as a member of parliament, you should be asking, how much is it going to go in? Even more important, when will it be rolled out? What is the parameters?
Therefore, the policy document has not even reached them. But
that's what you have to talk about.
People say as a policy document now, Brem CCR. Not second day we roll it out next week. Me, what is my business going to ask you the political? You understand? But you work, and there have been several instances. But I say, I really like his analogy as the work of a project manager. I'm a project deadline. Project here to baby. Oh, we're changing. Such a project manager, the company will fire you. Into the president. Yeah, president, because there have been times that you've actually promised something that we end up. But the here was all not to where for Lugos Abazabazi. Hypocrite, why you.
Mama, so the timing also makes it political. Yeah. It's also true. It's also true.
Beautiful.
It's also true.
Finally, Okada. Do we have Okada in Ghana now? We have Okada in Ghana.
Yes.
Is it regularized?
No. What? Is
it killing people?
Yes.
Good. So, what is wrong with me? Come to say that, I wanted to get rid of something. If you can't beat them, you join them. So they say. Right? But it's very, very difficult because people, in order for me to make sure they are safe, why don't I bring a regulation to regulate it? Regulator, there is law no do pepe. Enzuda, watch what to wanna give them. By so doing, I could make the law so tight that Obia pouring food obey because why would I want to do that?
So far, nobody has spoken about law to make it tight. What Muhammad is saying is that or the insurance. But the same Muhammad happened and they can law no. 2012 Parliament under Muhammad passed a law to illegalize Okada. So as we speak now, that law is so there. Okada is illegal. Now instead of overturning the law, no say he will give them insurance. Boss, the governor will know insurance be saving one.
But
okay.
The mumble of you, my cool namuko, my shanabuku cool. And the mumble of pay, my shana. And that on the law better obey any illegal. Wait to my yet.
Wana Mahama yeah went to my yeah.
No law no the parliament I know you.
Oh, I pass import that 2012 law.
We pass one or baby this year.
Every before.
So why are they not enforcing the law?
Oh, they catch them all the time about danger. What you want that?
It's when we there, no matter what you do, you can't enforce it. So let's make it aware. At least it will be safer. How bad is this one? And somebody will say that on and open also Kadaba. How? What is the analogy in this?
Yeah, but, I think so. To make it safe, no insurance now. Because my suggestion is and then terminate me introduction now. My suggestion was that let us make designated to them approach you with our bicycle lanes. So my suggestion was that let's do designated motorcycle lanes before we allow them. When you drive as a phone and watch the same road that people die.
Yes, the making, but insurance, Baba. A chroma, a insurance. You have to meet a lot of conditions. Mechanic insurance. Do you have winter tires? If you don't have winter tires, do you have helmet? Are you going to those definitely it will be part of the insurance because if you don't meet those conditions, you won't get insurance. And if you don't have insurance, you will not be allowed to ride on the road. A common way. Any insurance, the police or subsidies, or lines are mandatory. It has say so. Getting insurance, you have to go through some process. You have to meet certain conditions. And they say if Obikada was insurance member, does that mean that the person is introducing Okada? Okada is
but does that mean also that will protect Okada riders? No, insurance will not protect Okada riders. It will not protect. Argument. Insurance will not protect because insurance only comes in when there's an accident and there's a need for recovery.
Yes,
but it doesn't prevent accidents.
So
so the point is regularize it in terms of the protection more, and that is why my argument is build the factories and put them there. Because I do obey Okada from waterman, I won't know water credit. No Okada so there's something that fuel this Okada thing. It is the unemployment. So if you bridge the unemployment gap, you will reduce this tangent for Okada. You mean you want to boys from the water will survive?
I know.
So that's the point. I know. And they will ride, and a lot of them will not be because of the level of illiteracy or Ghana. No, a lot of them will not be able to meet the insurance regulation. So they probably will not even make it.
No, so if you don't meet the insurance regulation, that means you cannot ride.
I mean, you and I will be ride. The record shows you that truck phone on your taxi phone. Most of them don't even have insurance. Those who have insurance, so why a third person insurance? Insurance. It doesn't cover anything. Most of them they come when you answer that no have the office. We do approve for funds. Oh, when you name a boo, mama your contribution in Kotia. If that's my point I make a day. If you bring the insurance, it won't solve the problem. You need to create a job for them.
Let's say Okada some time ago. We can replace Okada with cars or Sabazabase. So what happened to that policy?
Cars, one and okay.
Yeah, also so maybe that policy can help. You bring the you bring the cars and as a car but then somebody's more right to carry be one and one.
It's one for kind.
That's one for kind one for a place. That is the best thing.
A cast not getting how many cars what up Ghana? Forget
I'm not making
you are
Obi or a bad project manager. That's it.
Well, argue with the person. That's the person.
Papa no ben what's in Akufo do why has infrastructure. Well, as far as he is concerned, infrastructure is just roads in the HADO. Yes, so do you. That's what I say. Honestly, the message was the ben, and I'm assuming message in different. Honestly, was the message was the ben. Now I'm the message, bro. And you mean you, man.
Yo, yes. Talk about it. Yeah, that's right. It was just in the end. There has been very hot Fire for fire. So thank you so much for joining us. And Mr. Johansson, you're dancing at DOP, DJ or Black. Thank you so much. I go a jet. What about why late and one bantam? And Brandon, I was one bantam. Tianko yard my next week Wednesday. We'll meet you people again. But I always say, Papa, and your message. The point that in the Pentecostal than raising and very profound. And it's still very
Now
relevant.
we should all treat all of us who desire to have good name. You need to serve humanity. Now, the suggestion that I'm going to offer is this: live and work for the good of people. Live and work for the good of people. Maybe I should turn here and look at the face of my parliamentarians. You are making democracy too expensive. Yeah. The monetization of what we call democracy is dangerous. Soon, we are not going to have good leaders because we will need people who have cash. And it doesn't matter where they got the money from. They will win the constituency election. Now, this thing is dangerous. If we think that we cannot follow this American democracy, please let us stop it. Let us design something that will help this nation. It is dangerous, and I'm even afraid of the future. I'm afraid of the future. How can you deceive people just by buying cutlass for them? And you pride yourself in it. What a shame. I pray that God will save this land. God will save this land. Because many of us are poor. Instead of investing into them, you deceive them with lanterns and cutlasses. May God have mercy upon us. See, when you do this, the day you are no longer the constituency leader, nobody cares about you. Now we should all critically examine the cause we live for and the price we are willing to pay to achieve it. Now, why are you in